Doyle.
Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions, he loves to sing. Join our Discord and follow him.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here on this beautiful Wednesday morning, folks. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam is starting up. Captain Creepy Hat. Captain Creepy Hat. It's so wonderful to have all you beautiful people here with us on this beautiful day. I had the wrong hat on the bottom. It's not fitting on. My head's too thick. My head's too thick for this one. I've got 4 hats. That's right. Got 4 hats to go. We're 4 hats deep here, folks. Good morning. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Marshall, thank you so much for the hat. Let's get another hat on this deck. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat. I'm sorry I'm creeping you out, Spam. I'm sorry. Look. You gotta keep it fresh. Gotta keep it fine. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. It's so wonderful to have the whole crew here on this beautiful day. Welcome in, Smab Redoni. Congratulations on your number 2 Code Monk. Welcome back, Poostak, 82 the Dre, Renaud, Marshall, Mooniz. We got all the crew. We got all the wonderful people here. Jas, welcome back. Siler, it's always wonderful to have you here. Res1 Coder, it's great to see you again. Game Maker 2D Fighters, the theme has not yet been revealed. It will be revealed in about 2 hours. We're almost there. We're almost, the game jam starts in 3 hours. We can get the theme in 2 hours, so you can start juicing around a little bit. Get in there. If you're here on in the stream, get the first peek at it. Lance, it's wonderful to have you here. Michael Game Dev, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day, everybody. Kovalaki, it's always wonderful. Nerd Waffle, cool guy. Nerd Waffle, the cool guy. I hope you're doing well. Tom's, welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Are you ready, everyone? Already in a holding pattern for the theme announcement. I know. That's how I'm feeling. Let's take a look at the theme options that we have here. We had 2 rounds of voting. Real cool GM idea. I'm currently prototyping my gaming. Awesome. So not sure I'll be able to join with the timing. No problem. No problem. This is for people who want to maybe take a break from their project, for people who haven't even started learning how to like game dev program. It's about learning something new. But Michael Game Dev, thank you so much for popping in. Wonderful to have you here. Res1 Carter, we have 18 hats in this room. I think I own 26 hats, but it turns out that's too many. Turns out there is a limit to how much hattage Captain Coder's neck can handle. How much for you to rig the results? Well, there's no way to give me money here as on Twitch. Let's look at what we have though. The top 5 things. So we went through and we voted. We've had several rounds of voting. The first round of voting, we could vote on any of the themes, and we took the top 10 of those. All right, so we got start with nothing, upgrade the enemies, dice, only 1 inventory slot, goblins, RPG monsters, Robots, choose your loot in 1%. This is what we had in our top 10. You guys voted on the top 10. Now, the top 5 of these themes have been chosen. The top 5 are start with nothing. Upgrade the enemies, dice, only 1 inventory slot, and choose your loot. Top 5 theme ideas, folks. Only 1. There can only be 1. Highlander style. In roughly at 6 a.m. my local time, roughly 2 hours, just under 2 hours, we'll be doing a randomization of these. We're gonna be picking one of them, and that's gonna be the theme. It's sort of a, it's a little bit of an optional theme. Not really. You should try and incorporate your theme. But look, no one's gonna stop you if you decide, you know what, I really like start with nothing. That's what I'm gonna do. Or I really like to upgrade. Maybe you can do upgrade. A dice comes up, be like, upgrading the enemy's dice. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Little combined, little mergy poo. Too much tomato. Welcome into the stream. Can I give you this randomizer I made myself that's 100% not rigged to use for picking results? Yes. You can start to make 5 games and ditch the other. Code Muck. Modern problems, modern solution. I love it. Folks, Captain Coder's learning a game jam starting in 2 hours. 49 minutes, 26 seconds. I'm so excited. I hope you're as excited as I am for this jam. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be grand. Until that time. So for the game jam, I'm gonna be learning how to use, doing some 3D stuff. I'm not sure. So I have a paid course. If it doesn't have some I find I just learn better, not from video courses. So I have this video course from Game Dev TV that I purchased. I'm not sure I'm actually allowed to watch this on stream, but I might watch it off to the side and then go through what I'm doing with it separately. Does anyone know what the rules are? I honestly don't think I'm allowed to. I don't think you're technically allowed to even watch YouTube videos on Twitch. Like reaction videos, I think are technically against the rules of it. Like, isn't that copyright infringement? I'm not sure. That said, I did start doing a little bit of Blender. And I got this kind of wacky looking house thing. Not Shaddam, welcome in. Hey, I'm new. What's a game jam? What is a game jam? That's a great question. A game jam is an opportunity to make a game in a limited amount of time that follows some kind of themes. Yeah, I made shapes. Look, I made shapes. I made a cupcake with some trees in it. Made a cupcake with some trees. Reaction videos are allowed as long as the thing isn't copyrighted as far as what it's things you watch isn't copyrighted as far as I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what I'm watching is copyright, so I don't think we can do that. I love trees in my food. But yeah, not Shaddam. A game jam, more specifically the game jam that we're doing here, is you make in a short amount of time, in this case 2 weeks, you make essentially a game prototype. It's not a full game, just a prototype of a game. So a small little game. Let me give you another example. Here's some of the games I've made for game jams. So for example, this Flip and Quick game is one of my favorite games that I've made for a game jam. Let me show you this. So for this game jam, the theme was flipping quick, or was it? Flip your way. What was the theme? The Try Jam. Well, number 149 this my suggestion was to try jam. The goal is to create a game in 3 hours. My final development time was 3 hours and 45 minutes. I went over, but managed to keep it. I think the theme was flip. All right. And so I turned this, my mouse wheel is going crazy. I got to fix that. In this particular game, I used the theme flip to make this little game here. This little game here, let me turn the music down. I think it's really loud. Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So in this game, you can press the left and right keys to flip back and forth. And you have to be fast. I think the theme might have been flipping quick. That might have been, or quick or something. I think it was flip. Anyway, so in this game, you have to flip to the end. And that's the whole game. Not this whole, like there's a bunch of levels. But the whole premise of this was I had 3 hours, basically 1 weekend to make this. It wasn't actually, all of the coding happened in 3 hours. The big part of this game is the design can be more than 3 hours. You can take time designing, planning, that sort of thing. That was this game jam. And so the idea is, can you make a game in 3 hours? This one is very, very challenging. Captain Coders Learn You a Game Jam, which is the game jam we're going to be starting tomorrow, or actually not even tomorrow, in 2 hours, 45 minutes, is a 2-week game jam that's all about learning something new. I'll let this guy explain it to us, though. And welcome to Captain Coders Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible. You win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there.
You in the back. Pay attention.
That's right. So the whole point of this particular game jam is to try and learn something new. If you've never made a game before, try and make a simple game, something small. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you've never done art before. Me personally, I've never really done 3D art, and I'm kind of horrified to try and learn how to do 3D art, but it's all about learning something new. Welcome back to the stream, Zapped, Coaxed. It's great to see you, Coaxed. Hope you're doing well, Zapped. Wonderful, wonderful to have you here. Black Sheep, welcome back. How the heck have you been, Black Sheep? How the heck have you been? What have you been playing recently? Black Sheep, folks. Incredible. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on the stack. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here's my hat. Here's my stack. Hat on the stack. There we go. Nice and stable. Nice and stable. What have you been playing, Black Sheep? Folks, do you guys know Black Sheep is a board gamer? Ain't your average gamer, is a board gamer. Go check out Black Sheep, folks. If you want to have some fun, give them some love. Click that heart. Check out their stream. Cap 3D was my gateway into game jam. It's a lot of fun. I'm horrified to do it on stream. Coax, thank you so much for the hat. Wonderful to have you here. Patrick, welcome in. Tony, it's wonderful to have you here. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday. I know I'm having a beautiful Wednesday. Coaxed. Only 3 more hours and you can put another one on top. Only 3 more hours for 1,000 points. There is a bonus hat for 1,000 points. Oh, that reminds me. All right, so BK Dev has been bugging me. BK Dev's not here. BK Dev noticed, hey, Dramulks and Roiku have their own channels on my Discord. Dramulks and Roiku have their own channels on my Discord, and was asking, how do I get my own channel? How do I get my own channel? So I am thinking of adding a point redeem for a custom channel on Discord. You can use bonus hat, but it costs more. Yeah, it costs 1,000 points for the bonus hat. I am thinking the bonus channel on Discord. You know what? The hardest part will be learning to write a blog. How many people's? Yeah. So I'm thinking it's going to be. I'm trying to decide how many points it's going to be. And I think the way I'm going to do it is say, well, how many you get? It's got to be something. It's got to be kind of expensive, I think. Let's go look at how many points people have. So I don't want everyone to have one, right? Smab could get one. I think it needs to be 100,000 points. I honestly think it needs to be 100,000, 225. I think 100K, Siler, yeah. There's only a few people that can afford 100K, but I think that's what it's going to be. 10K for this, 20K for the second, so on. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. People will stop. Here's the thing. People are going to stop buying hats. People are going to stop buying hats if I do it. Yeah, I'm also considering an alternative. So on Pirate Software stream, I like Thor's stream. He has a cursed quest. Toms, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this stack. There we go. There we go. Pirate Software has like a cursed quest that he sends people on to get the VIP badge. I was thinking of there might be something similar to the cursed quest for the Discord channel. To earn a Discord channel. That said, having too many Discord channels might be like not a great idea. So I don't know if we can do that. So anyone who doesn't know, Thor's cursed quest. This is my submission for the cursed quest. So I was asked to create a picture. Yeah, this is horrific, right? Draw a picture of 5 orangutans playing poker, but they had to have Thor's face. Maybe they solved the password game. Smab, the password game's impossible. No one can solve the password game. So this is my submission to the cursed quest. That's how I earned my VIP badge over there. And you only earn it until you only get it for contest for the channel. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't want to just steal the curse quest. Don't worry, you don't have to do nearly enough channel points in Discord to say you have a lot. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just make it we'll start out by making it 100,000 points, I think. Or maybe I like the idea of having it be 10k and like increasing drastically as we go. So that's harder to get them. I'm not sure. We'll come up with something, but if enough people want that, I think we'll do it. But yeah, anyone who wants the impossible game, Smab, I've never been able to beat this one. All right, so here's the password game, folks. We got to choose if anyone who hasn't seen the password game, we're gonna play it real quick so you can see how terrible it is. I've never beaten it, Smab. My egg always dies when I get to the egg. All right, so we choose a password. We might do something like banana. The password needs at least 5 characters. Must include a number, banana 5. Password must include an uppercase letter, banana 5. Password must include a special character, so we might do banana $5. The digits in your password must add up to 25. So you might do 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Get it up to 25. The password must include a month of the year. So I can't ever, I always die when I get to the chicken. That's exactly right, Zaf. September. The password must include a Roman numeral, so you might put a V in there. Password must include one of our sponsors. We're gonna do Pepsi, Starbucks, or Shell. Is that Shell? Roman numerals in your password should multiply to 35. So we got 5 and then 7. Password must include this CAPTCHA. C86MD. Is it lowercase c? There we go. Now the digits must add up to 25. So now my 8 and 6. So we can take out, what would that be? 15. 8 plus 6 is 13. Is that right? 13, 14. I can do math. 14, 24, 25. Your password must include today's Wordle answer, and then things just start going off the rails here. You gotta go find the Wordle answer, and then you end up like in a like what country are you in? You're in like some geographic location. Has anyone beaten this? How many rules are there in the password game? Does anyone know? Anyway, if you want to check out the password game, this game's ridiculous. Today's Wordle. There's 35 answer. There's 35. Here, let me just cheat. Can I not just get the Wordle answer for today? All right, let's see if we can find it. Weary. So there's an E. Oh, don't spoil the world. Good call. Good call, Tom. We won't spoil the Wordle. Yeah, this goes out of control. This goes out of control really fast. Okay, so what are we doing today? We are learning us a game jam. We got a few hours. We got an hour and 36 minutes and 5 seconds before we reveal the theme. Before the theme is randomly chosen from our top 5. Okay. While we're waiting, we can do a couple things. I could work I was thinking I might just keep working on my tofu game. So we're pretty close to having a real game here. Here's the tofu game so far. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to keep working on this. Yesterday, in our tofu game, we set up key bindings. All right, so Captain Coder's crew presents Tofu Land. Maybe we finish it so we can actually beat the level here. Maybe do a web export. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. And then we'll work on some 3D stuff. But yesterday we were setting up key bindings so you can set your controls like this. Press space to start. I was thinking we might add in some other stuff. Distron, welcome back to the stream. Really, I should make it so we can get to the end of the level and rescue the boat. Ooh, fell into the spikes. Distron, I hope you've been well. Hope you got some sleep. Ooh, how's your box coming? Your box looks awesome. Are you finished with it, or are you still working on that? Is that something that we can actually check out? I'll pull up the video that you sent. Oh, testing your boilerplate project for the jam. Ideally, it will shortcut developing the main menu. Yeah, I think that's a good thing too. To like, as you do more game jams, as you make more things, you sort of develop sort of your core. Man, you have some core stuff you end up developing. All right, let's get this guy here. Oh. But yeah, you have like your Kenny assets ready to go. I love this tofu like tile set. I think it's perfect for little game jam things. Still working on the digital unboxing. I have to work on actual artwork and text for the box. Gotcha. Smab needs a death counter. Why am I so bad at this? I gotta let go of that jump key, or I could do this. Oh, there we did. Okay, let's add a Bofu up here. Let's make a little cage art. Let's open up Asprite so that way Tani can point out to me, hey, where's your what's going on with that? I always leave this on. I'm so surprised, like my open recents doesn't show what I've recently had. Captain Scarecrows, Captain Scaros. Is it Captain Scaros? Captain Scaros, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. And did you download the latest version? Yeah, this is the latest version. I was using it yesterday though. This was the version I was using yesterday, so I don't know what happened, why it doesn't have these already in here. But let's put together a little cage, like a little cage animation, not animation, but put Bofu in the cage because we had these bars. But let's make it actually have like a little box around it so that it feels a little bit better when it's by itself. Let's open up our palette. We might need to just we might need to make a whole new palette for it as well. That's not what I wanted. File, sorry, load palette. We have our tofu palette. Yeah, there's no browns in here, so I might add in a brown color specifically as well. Just been reading that Godot 4.3 has a complete revamp to the tile map system. Ooh, interesting. I'd be interested to see. I'm wondering if we can do this. I'd be interested to see what that looks like. Let's add the dark gray back at the top. Is this the tile set? I don't think this is the tile set that I used previously. I feel like I was using some additional colors here. Let's add in. They changed how tile map layers work. They're now separate nodes. Ah, gotcha. Thank you for the link. Class tile map player. Tile map layer, not player. I thought that feels better. That feels better because that was something that's complaining that's like really weird to switch between these layers and deal with them. So they're separate nodes that will be in your scene. I suppose if you have a lot of nodes, like a lot of layers in your tile map, that makes sense. It's more Godot-y now, ironic, right? Yeah, have the different nodes. Godot really likes everything to be a node. I think I like that there's some level of simplicity to it, right? There's a simplicity of everything as a node. That said, your node structures become more complex the more complexity you want, and rather than combine them into a bigger thing that's more coalesced together. This is the latest version of the documentation. Gotcha. The node for 2D tile maps, a tile map layer uses a tile set which contains a list which are used to create a tile. I wonder if this would solve the problem I was having where I want my different layers to have different grid sizes. I wonder if this would actually solve that. Have different tile set for each map. I don't know. I'm not sure. It changed. I am a big fan of the tile map as well. I want to have it in brown color. Let's add in to our palette here. This solves API being verbose. Gotcha. How do I add in? Oh, how do I add in? Thanks, Zapt. A new color to my tile map, or to my there we go. Click and drag that. Okay, so I want to make a brown. Let's make a brown color. I think I want 2 brown colors. So I have the brown like this. So I'm making a cage for the Bofu. All right. The sound side is, I'm learning working in 3D now, so won't be using tile map as much. I'm working on figuring out the best way to build out my 3D levels. Yeah. Are you going to be using Godot, Michael? Or are you going to be using... Well, apparently this did not change that color. Are you going to be using a different tool? I think you had mentioned Game Maker. I can't remember for sure. Let me copy this number. Why did this not change? What is going on there? Press exclamation point. Like there's an oh, there it is. Thank you, Toms. How do I change this? Why was I able to add a thing like that? I use Blender for my map right now. Some people use Trench Broom plus Funk Godot. Yeah, for me, it's gonna depend what I want to do based on the theme. I was thinking an escape room, doing an escape room game. I'm a big fan of puzzle escape rooms, and then I'd 3D model. Most of the game would be 3D modeling. I wanted to make it kind of like Myst, where you'd be 3D modeled, you'd click on something, and then the camera would just move to a location. Is like the idea I have for mine. That said, the theme will kind of determine something whether I'm going to do that. So I have an idea of kind of what I want to do as far as interactions. Start with nothing, I think would do it. If I upgrade the enemies, I don't think I would do that. Start with nothing, only 1 inventory slot. Feels like I could do the escape room idea. The other ones don't feel like an escape room. I might have trouble doing the escape room idea with those. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want Hermit Crafts decks out too, but it's an actual game. I want to eventually give players the ability to make levels, so I'd like to build tools in Godot itself. Gotcha. Wonder if these colors look okay. These colors are gonna look terrible, I think. Here come the vibes. What's up, Vibe Gaming? Vibe Game Dev, how you doing? How you doing, friend? Great to have you here. Let's adjust. Are these colors indexed? How do I change? This is so... Do I have to click... If I click this, does it reset it? No. How do I change this actual indexed color? I want to change... I actually want to change this color, not modify, not get a new color. I want to add it to the palette. I want to modify the existing color. Does anyone know how to do that? No, when I change the color, it says no longer. See how it says index 21 here? I want to change. When I start moving this, it says, oh, by the way, this isn't part of your palette. I would like to modify this color. I don't know how. It's clear. It's not very intuitive to me. A sprite change color palette. Not quite what I want. Change single color. Change the specific color on your pixel art and sprite. Do the following: select the eyedropper, edit, replace color. It's not what I want either. Yeah, I want to update a sprite update indexed color. To change the color mode of an existing sprite, right click to select current color. How to edit a color. Here we go. Are you in indexed or RGB? In index mode, you are limited to only using colors in your palette, and changing your palette causes your art to change. Yep. You can change and add any color to change modes. That's not what I want. Index mode is great for working with existing palettes that it's finalized. Misread your post. It sounds like maybe you have a palette locked. Maybe sure. Ah. I need to unlock my palette. There we go. That's what I wanted, so I could adjust this color. Okay. And then I want to actually be in color mode. Indexed. Oh, apparently I don't have all these colors indexed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Looks like it's not going to matter anyway. But I wanted that to be darker. Okay. Let's export this as... not bars. This is going to be... bars... Maybe we do just replace that. I wonder, let's try. What does that look like in our Godot? Where's Godot? There it is. Let's go to our title screen. (2D) mode. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay, so that's sort of what I want. And now we're going to put that at the end of the level with Bofu inside. So if we go to the end of our main scene here, I want to add in, I need to create a new node that I want to add over here. Bofu. So we have the Bofu title scene. Let's create a new scene here. This is going to be probably just a sprite 2D. It'll have an area 2D that we probably interact with as well. Call this cell. Bars. Maybe we call it bars. The sprite that we're going to select is going to be bars. Interesting. Like that. And then in our scene, we should be able to add in the bars to our scene. We need to scale it up. Wondering if we do that on this one actually. We do 4 here. And then we don't have to. Maybe even on this one we're supposed to have 4. And then our title scene. Let's go to our title screen. We'll have to adjust it on the title screen. No, it works fine here still. Great. Main. So we put these in. Not what I want. Let's go back to main. I want to move. Why can't I move? Come on. Why can't I move you? Source restore, it's coming. It's coming. I know I should put a countdown timer on my screen, right? I should put a countdown timer. Yeah, we're gonna be voting on, or the theme's already been voted on. We're gonna be selecting a random theme here. Soon. Yeah. This is not aligned in the way I would like. So I can do that and that. And then I'm gonna put Bofu inside of that. I guess I could make a separate Bofu. So it's not Bofu title, we need like a crying Bofu. Let's just duplicate this one. Crying Bofu, or maybe just call it Bofu. This is the one you're gonna be able to interact with in the world. All right, so there's our Bofu there. But Sorcery Story, how have you been, folks? Be sure to go check out if you want to watch incredible game dev working in Godot, C#. Sorcery Story is the place to be. See this little heart here? Give her some love. And I hope you've been doing well, Sorcery Story. It's wonderful to have you here. Folks, be sure to click that heart. Give Joanna some love. Go check out Sorcery Story. Oryx, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing wonderful. It's nice to see you. Congratulations on your number 17. You're late. It's okay. Nothing, look, not much has happened yet. Not much has happened yet. We talked a little bit about the theme. It's coming up. We haven't selected the theme yet, but it's gonna be good. You're at your grandpa's house. I hope your grandfather's doing well. I hope your family's doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. So we're gonna move this behind. So Boku is gonna be trapped inside of these bars here. Okay, so we're gonna put Bofu. Come on, let me select Bofu. This is not what I want. Oh, it's just called Bofu title. Let's come in here, dream this Bofu like that. Come back to our title, or no, our main scene. We can close others, I think. Close other tabs. Doing good, just chilling for a bit before stream starts. Nice. I wanted to go into hype the jam a little bit, but yeah, awesome. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. You know, any day I can be here coding and learning and loving what I do with the crew. There it is. Q-less Poo Stack wants to play a round of Q-less. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me preview this scene real quick, Poo Stack, and then we're gonna play a round of Q-less. So everyone get ready. Q-less is coming. We're gonna play some Q. I'm shaking it. You can hear the shaking. He is crying. He's crying because he's trapped in there, Lance. He is crying. But yeah, let me go make sure that this is. Maybe I just teleport myself to the end. See, it's crying right there. Poor Bofu. Yeah, let's get over there. It's I just love this music so much. I gotta have you guys listen to it with me. Oh, I got caught. All right, Poo Stack, thank you for the Q-less redeem. Oh, took one. That step went a little bit too fast. There's Bofu up there. Yeah, so we're gonna add a little area so that when we get there, we can rescue Bofu. That's essentially what we want to do. So Bofu's trapped up there. Violate some rights, excessive cruelty. Maybe we can make it a little bit bigger, Smab. Maybe we take it up this whole space here, or make it 24 by 24. But yeah, it's a tofu cage. Tofu, specifically for tofu. All right, let's do a round of Q-less. Let's get a round of Q-less in here, folks. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for some Q-less? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be grand. For anyone who's new here, Q-less is a game we play. It's a little bit of a word game. Dramulks, welcome back to the stream. Great to see you, friend. Cool spot. It's not a cool spot. It's not a cool spot. But that's right. Let's get a round of Q-less in here. All right, so we're gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna roll the dice here. Let me zoom out so we can see a little bit more. Let me turn off this light a little bit so we can see a little bit better. Our goal in Q-less. I'm just kind of surprised it isn't a tofu strainer. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Captendo 64. Our goal is to align, to create a 2D grid with all these letters need to be connected continuously throughout. You have an undivided sorcery story. I love this game. I love this game. And we play it here on stream. It's a redeem we have. I'm thinking I want to make an infinite Q-less board. I know Smab's done Q-less. Fastest drawn in the East. Great to have you with us as well. Thank you so much for being here. I want to make an infinite Q-less board that we can play when this redeems. We just add to our infinite Q-less board. That's something that I think I'm gonna do. All right, we have to combine all these. They all have to be at least 3 letters long. So, for example, ta is not a valid word, even though ta is a real word. It's not a valid word. You're gonna port it to Godot at some point. I kind of started. I have a little bit of a port of it going on my laptop. I spent a little bit of time. Ta is not a valid word, but I'm not sure tia is a real word. I know it's in Spanish. This would be aunt. You could do tia. Maui is a real word though, but we don't have a U. Oh, you're gonna port it to Maui. Gotcha. I was like, that's a waste of all these. I think it might even be a proper noun. I think that's a waste of all these vowels right together. But yeah, we have to get all these vowels. Sorry, we have to put all these letters into words. So we can start with something like rid, or rig. Longer words tend to be better. Trim. Trim's not bad, Dramox. You can do trim. Czar, Z-A-A-R. I think czar is a word. Smab, see the solution? Smab, you're fast at it. Fastest Q-less in the UK, apparently. From what I've heard. So the story's out. That Z is gonna be hard. I keep thinking of German words. Zit is another one. Is czar not a word? Someone double check the. We could check the Scrabble dictionary, see if czar is a word. We got some leftover. GH somehow might be ga. Yeah. Czar is the word. The hard part is this T here, ditch. D-I-T. Ooh, that's a good one. If I took the D-I-T-C-H is great. Trim. Gotta do something with this G, so we're not gonna quite get it here. Grim. Can do grim as well. So we got grim, trim. But then we have to put this T somewhere. Keep in mind we can only do. Could magic help? Look, if I was magic, intensive code. If I was magic, you think I'd be here? Think I'd be here? Grit and free. The M also an option. I'm just kidding, of course. We got grit here. We're probably gonna have to take the D off of. Ooh, then we got ditch. Oh, does anyone see something we can do with this D and this M? Just throw away the extra die. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? Can we do something with this D and this M? Dim, Smab, you got it. You got it. Here we go. We got a dim itch. A czar with a dim itch who has some grit. There we go. There we go. Not bad. This one, I like. This one's satisfying. For some reason, the way this is aligned is satisfying. Roll it under the table, and no one will ever know. Let's add this to the Q-less Hall of Fame. Add this to the Q-less Hall of Fame. Let me get a screenshot of it. Let me see if we can get a better focused picture of it. There it is. Q-less Hall of Fame. Here you come. Copy that to our clipboard. Thank you guys so much for playing around a Q-less with us. Fantastic, fantastic. Lots of ways to solve this one. You once you discover czar, yeah, czar. The Z is one of the trickier letters, right? Z is one of the trickier letters. Let's get over to our Discord so we can put this in the Hall of. I often say Hall of Shame, but our Q-less Hall of Fame. There we go. We got it. Thank you so much for doing it. Has the jam theme's been picked? Natural Flavors. The jam theme is coming up in an hour and 10 minutes. You have temp files checked into the repository. Oh no. Oh no. Do I not have a good git ignore? This is for I thought I did their. It must be a. I must be using. No, Godot's. When it freaks out when it can save a file. I'm surprised it doesn't when it can't save a file. I'm surprised this isn't part of their built-in ignore file. That's a little bit annoying. So I should have. I saw it in myself a couple days ago. Thank you, Smam. So let's add that in here. But then, thank you so much for all the help on that Q list redeem. Thank you, everyone. Points for finishing ones. Add all. 250 points. All you beautiful people out there. Let me put this back in the little die container here. In the die container here. But yeah, I want to make an infinite Q list game. Yeah, I'm going to delete all the temp files. I'm going to add them into. You don't think I should add them to the get ignore as well, Smab? I am going to delete them, but I'm going to add them. I'm going to add, like, don't add them in here as well. Do both. Gotcha. That was my plan. Temporary files. So I added .tmp here. And then do we only have the 2 here? Let's do a find. Is that, yeah, and then, oh geez, grep tmp. All right, there's only those 2. Delete, and then I guess we got to do a get rm ova start.tmp, get commit that commit chore remove temporary files. Okay, thank you for pointing that out, Smab. I appreciate it. Natural Flavors Intensive Code. Welcome back to the stream. Breno Obvious. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Let me know if you want me to, if there's a specific way you want me to pronounce it. Let me know. But Bren, welcome in. Great to have you here. All right. Yeah. So I think, and maybe I can show it on stream here a little bit. I can. So on my laptop here. I don't have this checked in anywhere, but look at that. It's hard to see, but I was actually making well on my flights on Sunday. It's hard to see there, the light's terrible. I was making a Q-less in Godot with the idea of doing an infinite Godot, infinite Q-less game. So I kind of started a little bit of a Godot version. I think that would be really fun to have the infinite Q-less board that we can just keep playing forever. Vibe! Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this deck. Are we running out of traditional hats? It looks like we might be pretty low on the traditional hats. Let's get a little corny in here. Thank you for the hat, Vibe. Let's do it. All right. So we have Bofu in here. Smab wants our cage to be OSHA approved. So we gotta. Oh, we're violating OSHA rules. So we're gonna make this cage a little bit bigger. We'll make a slightly bigger cage here. Let's increase our canvas size. What do we go? 20 by 20. Started following you with your Godot streams. Alp, welcome in. Just wanted to thank you for them. Someone with no programming background getting into it was tough at times, but you made me understand behavior modules and plenty other things that I just can understand from documentation or other tutorials. I've been doing absolutely well, Alp. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad. I didn't realize that Bofu's been worked to the bone, I suppose. Worked to the Bofu. Isn't that basically what scroll bars do? Digital dice roller for a while. One of these days I'll get around to it. So glad to hear that, Alp. We love having you in the community. Phantom Fox, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here as well. Phantom Fox Keo, I'd like to welcome you today for following the captain's crew. Thank you so much for the follow, Phantom. Welcome into the stream. Happy to have you here. Happy that you're with us. All right, so we're making an OSHA compliant cage here. An OSHA compliant cage for our Bofu. Hello, Super Captain. How are you today? I'm doing absolutely wonderful, Van. Welcome back to the stream. It's wonderful to have you here. It's wonderful to see you. Can we erase? Is there an erase option as well? What if I do that? Boom, boom, chicka chicka boom, chicka boom, boom, chicka boom, boom, chicka chicka boom. All right, now we'll get our eyedropper in here. You're welcome, Phantom. So glad you're with us. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's finish these bars up here. Like so. I think I want to, I wanted to add in really what I wanted, I know what I want to actually do after this is I want the parallax background. These bars are not even. Did it ever bother anyone else when things are not even? Got 2. Like that, 2. 2 feels like they're 1, 2, 3. 3. It's impossible to make these things line up the way you want. Why are things the way that they are? My goodness. My goodness. I'll just have to lose my mind. That's really what it comes down to. There we go. Were we able to evenly space them? There we go. Let's save this. I shouldn't have saved over. This is going to export as OSHA bars. Right, it's OSHA compliant. OSHA compliant. So the real jail cell here. It's our OSHA compliant cell. Let's go into our bars here. Dragon Spirit Games, how the heck have you been, folks? If you want to check out another great game dev artist, be sure to give Dragon Spirit Games some love. Man, we got some incredible people with us today. Mars9T, how have you been? Dragon Spirit Games, how's Gaia coming along? Are you still I'm assuming you're still working on Gaia. What has the most interesting part of Godot has you worked on learning it? Personally, I really prefer the way composition works. Also, Godot 4.3 tweaks the way parallax works. Ooh, interesting. Dragon, thank you so much for the hat. Let's get another hat on this stack. We're going to try. You know, I really should start putting this one on first, because I always put the corn one on, and then this one just ends up being nice and unstable. If I do it the other way, I think the corn hat fits better on this one. Thank you for the hat redeemed, Dragon Spirits. Michael, what has been the most interesting part of Godot? Let me think. I gotta think a little bit. Mr. Crinkle, welcome to the stream. Mr. Crinkle, I would like to welcome you. Thank you for following me. Also, G, glad to have you. Congratulations on your number 20. Still working on Guy. Had not a great day last Monday, unfortunately, but can't always go. Yeah, not always the best day. Not every day is the best day. Need some duct tape. Yeah, we gotta duct tape these on. I am impressed with the lightweightness of Godot. One of the most surprising things, most interesting. I think the simplicity. I was under the impression that Godot was more of an EC, like typically when I think of game engines, I think of the entity component system because I'm used to Unity, and having that not built in, I don't know how I feel about it. I find it an interesting choice. You can manually enforce it yourself, so I think I like it, but I was surprised. We're gonna use OSHA bars here. Oh, now we got the bigger cell. Chaff Games, thank you for the follow. Chaff Games, thank you for following me. Thank you so much for the follow, Chaff. Welcome into the stream. All right, let's fix these bars. Zoom in a little bit so we can get them nice and aligned, and then we'll put Bofu a little bit into the cage here. There we go. Mab, how do you feel about that? Little bit more. Are we in compliance now? Mab, are we compliant with the rule of the land? Was streaming for half an hour only to find out somehow I wasn't live, but stream out. I've done that before. If you go back, it's actually still out there. One of my streams, you go into the archive from when I first started streaming. There's, I think, I did 5 hours without a mic or something crazy over on this. Then someone left a comment. It's a shame that you're muted for the first half of this. If we go back to my very, very first streams, was it refactoring a chess player? What's happening? Yeah, look at this. Look, that's what my stream used to be. Look at that. That's wild. Never bothered with the king check. I think that's diffs. Someone says, "Who's that youngin'? Look at all this weight I've gained since then." This is only a year, like not even 2 years ago. One of these has a comment that's like, "Oh, it's too bad this is comp." Maybe I swear it was one of these. I guess not. There is some stream I have where someone can't help noticing a distinct lack of hats. To Faz, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this head. Let's try not to get too distracted. All right, we got another hat. Let's do it. Thank you for the hat, to Faz. Can you imagine how long ago it was? I can't even remember. It wasn't that long ago. I've only been streaming for 18 months. 19 months? Yeah, about 18 months. Smab's been here since the beginning. Thank you for the hat, Tafaz. There we go. Yeah. All right. All right, so we have this box here. We need to make it so that way I want to make it so when you touch, we need to switch to a happy Bofu. A happy Bofu. So let's go into A Sprite. Let's make a happy Bofu. This is not what I want to have open here. Can we talk about tips for the jam? We can try. Keep it small. So my biggest thing, yeah, just on. I've only been streaming for 18 months, maybe 19. You know, really December 2022 is when I started. I did a little bit of streaming before that just to like get myself situated, get my camera set up, make sure things were recording, but that's essentially it. There aren't too many C# AOC developers. That's sort of how it happened, right? Tips for the jam. My recommendation, keep your games as small as possible. Keep your game as small as possible. Do a build at the end of every day or two. So like, I know you're in your editor, but make sure like actually build your game, see what the export process is gonna look like, and actually just upload your game to itch right away. You can actually resubmit your game as many times as you want during the game jam. So just submit your game like on day one, submit what you have, sort of get it in there, get something in there so it's up and running. And then, here's like invaluable, get people to play your game before the deadline. So that way you get feedback on it. Get people to play the game before the deadline, because that feedback, you know your game better than anyone, and there's things about your game that you don't realize that no one can understand. That is the biggest problem with every game I've ever made, is there's things about it that people just can't understand. Those are like my I think some of the tips I'd give. Everyone checking their followage. Do I have a followage? I think it's gonna say Captain Coder's not following this channel. Yeah. Can't follow yourself. All right, let's save this as Bofu saved. You can't save, yeah. Bofu saved. And we're gonna switch Bofu to be a happy foo. We're gonna make Bofu a happy foo. Delete this tag. Let's get rid of these frames. I just delete frame, Alt C. What a weird key combo there. It's not funny, what a jerk. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we're gonna switch Bofu to be nice and happy. Which one of these? Probably take the eyebrows off. Adjust the eyes. Let's make the eyes look happy. I want eyes. And the smile. Interesting that that's on the body there. I've been games. Captain Coder is not friendly. Doesn't follow our Captain Coder. Can't be a nice guy. Thanks. That looks like he's eating. It's amazing what one pixel can do. It's amazing what one pixel can do. All right, let's change that there. Ooh, let's give him the smirk. Give him the smirk just on one side. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Everyone has to say the same thing. All right. All right, this is our Bofu saved. Does Bofu, or what's his brother's name? Tofu and Bofu, the one you are in this one. Does one need a bow tie or a hat or something? One of them. They have different colored shoes. Let's make sure we export this to the correct place. Yeah. They got different kicks to our sprites. Bofu saved. Okay, so the idea here is that we're going to add it in, so when you touch this, it'll save, the cage will disappear, and you'll have saved Bofu. Kind of think we need to just have Bofu title, Bofu bars. Yeah, I think all we want to do is I want to add to the bars. Maybe their feet are shoes. Maybe their feet, maybe they have different colored feet. Who knows? We'll have to ask them when we meet them. We'll have to ask them if we meet them. Let's add in a area 2D. Okay. It's gonna have a rect or a shape. Was in shape 2D. And this will be a rectangle on it like that. Okay. And we need to basically say if a Bofu, if a character bumps into this, let's add a script here. Bars. Let's put this in our scripts folder. But like maybe scripts, bars, controller. I feel like I need a better structure. Just tossing everything into one script there, one folder, feels kind of horrific. We are going to make this on body entered. Body entered. We want to hide this, so it will be visible equals false. When we touch it, visible equals false. Rebel, welcome back to the stream. Oh, you're almost there. You're almost there. You'll be able to get some. We're almost to, a couple points. Maybe someone can give you a few points. You really want a hat? Great to have you here. Oh, we need a way so people can see how many points that they have, so they don't have to do that. I always feel a little bit bad when someone does that and they don't have enough points. Rebel, congratulations on number 23. Walks in. Great to see you. 22, 23, 24. Congratulations on your points. Thetra, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. Thetra with the hat. Let's get another hat on this stack. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat. There we go. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So close. You're almost there, Rebel. You'll be there in just a minute or two. Every 5 minutes it award points. Okay, so on area 2D body entered false here. I think this will clear it out when we move into that space. Let me move our tofu. That was weird. All right, in our main, let me move our tofu to start here. Player. Character, we're gonna start the player here. Cool. There we go. So, all right, so it clears it out when we touch it. I like rotate to my side. Start up too high. That was interesting. Can I start? Maybe I just start on top of the beanie there. Oh, Mordak, that's a better idea. We could absolutely do that. We could Q.free it. Yeah, that's absolutely an option. I think that'd be a reasonable thing. Q free, so it'll actually delete the node from the scene. They're not having they got saved. Yeah, so we're gonna have to switch it so now that we'll have a little bump into them. So we can do this as well. Both of these I think are valid options. So get rid of it on the screen there. Okay. Hyper, congratulations on number 25. But Mordhack, excellent. Welcome back to the stream as well. That's a good suggestion. What I want to do now is do something similar with Bofu. Let's call this Bofu. Bofu. We're going to add an area 2D this as well. When we touch it, it's going to switch to a smile. We also need a signal that we can send that says like that we've saved Bofu, and then we can play some music or something. And the child node, this will also be an area 2D. And then collision shape 2D. And I'm going to make this into a rectangle. And we'll shrink this down. I want it to just be the size of Bofu here. We'll shrink it down like so. Okay. One thing that's interesting is if my player dies as we get there, Bofu will be happy. But let's add that to a script real quick. We'll call this Bofu script. Bofu controller. The amount I'll be in a meeting. That's okay. You'll be able to see it afterwards. But in 45 minutes, roughly 45 minutes, 50-ish minutes, we'll be announcing the Game Jam theme. Put this in. Could be in Bofu there. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so we have this here, and again, we're going to take this signal. Body entered. We really need to check that it's the player and that the player is alive. You do a game jam again. That's right. That's right. Starting in just 2 hours. In just 2 hours, we got our game jam coming up. Captain Coders, learn your game jam. 1 hour, 48 minutes, 19 seconds. Thank you so much for the pin, G. Thank you so much for the pin. But yeah, we have the game jam coming up. I hope you'll consider joining it. No worries. But yeah, we have the top 5. The theme's going to be randomly selected in about an hour. And about an hour for the game jam start, so I have time to update the page, etc. We're going to add this here to the Bofu script. And when we do this, we actually want to change our animation. Okay. So let's add in a new animation. And for now, we're just going to have the singular Bofu saved image. 16 by 16. Like this. This is the default. We'll switch to that. So are we getting the theme a little early? Just a little early. Yeah, if you're here, you get it just a little early. In 2 hours, I think I'll join. Oh, Thetra, I'm so glad to hear that. It's there's a lot of prizes this year. We got some sponsors. We got some sponsors. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to seeing what you do with it. So in this case, I want to reference. We happen to be an animation, so I think I could do self dot. Yeah, just no. Self is not needed. Equals. Oh, I need to rename this. Saved equals saved, like this. All right, let's try it. Tawny still finalizing your portal. That's okay. So now Bofu will get that smile, get that smile like that. All right, we're not. I absolutely lost interest in Game Jam prices after the last 2 big price Game Jam tutorials. I'm a little frustrated on prices. Like people charging priced Game Jams. I don't know what that is. we have prizes, but they're not for placing in the jam. So anyone who's new here, just in case anyone doesn't know, we do have a game jam coming up. Let's listen to this guy. This guy will explain it better than, in a more concisely than I can.
Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn.
You in the back. Pay
In this
attention.
game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible. You win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there.
So there's going to be 11 winners. 11 winners in this jam. Thank you for the hat, Rebel. Let's get another hat on this stack. There'll be 11 winners in this jam. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Let's get another hat on here. Let's strap in, folks. Let's buckle up, buckaroos. Let's go. Oh, this hat's upside down. We got 2 hats. All right, let's get 1 hat. 1 hat. All right, let's secure this bad boy on here. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Keep it on there. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat. This one might go somewhere. Roar. Roar was an AI platform, a machine learning platform. Hyper with another one. Oh boy. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat. There we go. There we go. How many hats can we get before the announcements? I only have 1 more, so you get 1 more after that one. Thank you for the hats. For April Fools, you should put on invisible hats. Watson wants the last hat. Let's do it. Welcome back, Lunar Wolf. Subpar viewer, it's great to have you here. Let's get the final hat in. Thank you for the hat redeems. Thank you all for the hats. Thank you for the hats. Let's get the hat on here. Out of hats. That's the last one in this room. There we go. There we go.
Whoa.
Jolt Code, welcome to the stream. We got a raider. Try something, Dev. Try something, Dev. You know I want you to try something today. Try something, Dev. Welcome to the stream. Try something, Dev. Thank you so much for the raid. If you're not aware, Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam is coming up in just a few hours, under 2 hours here. Folks, be sure to go check out Try. What were you trying out on your stream? Try something, Dev. Tell us all about it. If you got something to share with us, my bot might block you, but hopefully that permit button helps it out there. But yeah, we're out here. We're learning us some Godot. What were you working on your stream? Thank you so much for the raid. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. Unreal Engine Lyra system. What is a Lyra system? Lyra system. You'll have to tell me what the Lyra system is. I'm not sure what that is. Lyra is a small yeah, this is clearly not it. Maybe I do Lyra Unreal. 1 second. Let me turn on the blur. Lyra system Unreal. Sample game in Unreal Engine. Oh, gotcha. The sample game interaction system in Unreal. Thank you. Showcase template for the FPS game. Gotcha. How long have you been doing game dev? How long have you been deving it up? But yeah, in 1 hour, 41 minutes, 26 seconds, our game jam's going to start. And we're going to be revealing the theme in about 41 minutes here. Jolt Code. Thank you so much. Thank you for following me so much. We got Jolt Code following me. Thank you, Jolt Code, for following me. Also, I think did someone redeem a hat? Siler, did you redeem a hat? Because we're all out of hats. We're all out of hats. We're all out of hats. Oh no. Oh no, we got a hat stack overflow, folks. We're all out of hats. I'm all out of hats. I'm all out of hats. We got a segmentation fault for being here to witness this momentous occasion. 500 points to all of you. I think I might need to make the hats more expensive because, or award fewer points for the overflow because it's just like giving you all free hats. It's like never runs out. Discord channel redeem points. Gotcha. We are having a lot of fun here. So anyone who's new here, I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me, that's a cap over me as a computer science educator. My full-time job, my Monday to Friday job is teaching computer science and programming at a school for ages 10 to 14. I absolutely love my job. This stream is dedicated to learning and coding and growing together as a community, and I happen to be on my summer break. To celebrate, we're doing a game jam. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam is a game jam where you win by learning something new, not by making the best game possible. Need more points? I was not even enough for a bonus hat. Tell me now, Captain, that can't happen. That can't happen. We're making this game about a tofu. We're using free assets from Open Game Art and Kenny. And we are in the process, we've jumped to the end of level. We're in the process of putting together the like win screen here. When you save this guy, he smiles. And that's, you know, what I'm going to do is they smile, the character's going to jump up and down. It's going to play some new music. That's the plan. So we have them smiling. The animation becomes saved. I want to have this also produce a signal. So we're going to add in a signal. Saved. Like this. And then we'll do saved.emit. And this will allow us to add a little listener to our level that says, hey, when Bofu is saved, we're going to run some extra stuff out here. Well, I also want to make it, oh, that was I wanted to check. If I die, I think I might still, yeah, see how the cage can still get knocked out? Apparently I can't save Bofu like that. So I think there's going to be a little bit of something that we got to do to prevent the death, or we could just take those spikes out. That would be the other option. That'd be the nice option. What I want to do though is when we save it, now we have this little signal we can listen to, and I think I want to, let's get a sound. Let's get a level 1 sound. So a sound here for when we win. It's a trap. It's a trap. Let's go find the game 1 sound. Let's browse some music and Open Game Art. 1 win. Look for chip tune. Search. I don't think any of these are winning sounds. I'm surprised win. Enjoy your day, G. Have a beautiful one. Thank you so much for the lucky wishes for the jam. I'm super excited for it. This is not winning music either. This is creepy music. Cyberpunk. How big is my monitor in inches? I think I have 2 27-inch monitors. I have 2 27-inch monitors. After we win, it switches to like this like reggae vibes. That's your vibes vibing. This would be a fine level. I don't think it's one. Yeah. I like that one, but not for winning. That's what, oh, I swear I was looking, hang on. I really thought, so I thought I had done chip tune and win here, but apparently I didn't click search. I thought that's what I was looking at, Distron. That's sort of what I was looking for. The winner is something like that. That one's pretty good. The Burger Pope, round cleared. I want to play a game called The Burger Pope. I gotta look at this. The name of this one is called The Burger Pope. The round cleared from said game, which I am developing. Let's go look at The Burger Pope. No,
Whoa.
Burger Pope's out there. Hex Tree, holy cannoli with the raid. Have you met Hex Tree? Hex Tree raided me today. You know, Hex Tree, you're great, you're grand, you're cool. Tell me, what were you doing? Hex Tree, folks, be sure to go check out Hex Tree. Incredible streamer. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in the Destroyer, Dan Kati. Glad to have you here. Nick Chan, also welcome back to the stream. Folks, be sure to give Hextree a follow. Incredible streamer, incredible human being. What were you working on? The Destroyer, yeah. Thank you for following me today now. The Destroyer, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, how's your coding stuff going? What were you working on? If you got some links for us, if you want to, feel free to drop them in. Permit Hextree. And Hextree, if you got some links, was doing the current AI competition on Coding Game. Very cool. Folks, if you're not familiar with Coding Game is a great Code Monkey, great website to practice. I don't think it's the best website to learn, like start learning programming, but this is a great website to practice algorithmic programming and just solving problems. Fantastic one. I spent a lot of time here at one point. Summer Challenge 2024 Olimbits. Very cool. Yeah, go check it out, folks. You can, in almost any programming language, all the big ones will be here for sure. So if you want to check out some Coding Game stuff, that's some fun stuff we do, or that you can do. Vibing Games, great to have you here, my friend. Hextree, thank you so much for the raid. If you got a raid and run, no worries. I know you probably got a lot going on. But welcome in. I appreciate it. For anyone who's new here, I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me as a computer science educator. We are running a game jam here. It's starting in just about 90 minutes. I'm gonna let this guy explain. Hello, and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible. You win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there. Destroyer, that's why this is a perfect game jam for you. This game jam's not about making the best game possible. You get prizes for learning something. Share what you learn with the community. Say maybe I want to do pixel art. Maybe I want to learn how to use Godot. Maybe I want to learn Game Maker. Pick something you want to learn about, go with it, and then write a little blog about what you learned. You're entered to win just for doing it. It's so close. It's coming up, and it's 2 weeks long. It's 2 weeks long. You have 2 weeks to make a game and write a little blog and share it with the community so that we can all learn something new. Cassie, welcome in. Great to have you here. Was the duck song in your recommendations? Is that the one where the got any grapes? Was that the duck song? Got any grapes? Oh, I missed it. It might have been. Great to have you here, everybody. But I hope you'll consider joining. Join the Discord. Ask questions. Find a group. You got plenty of time to make something. It doesn't have to be big. You don't even have to finish. Just learn something. That's what I care about, is that you learn something.
do your best and have fun with it. So we're in the process of putting together the win screen here. Oh, that's right. We were going to pick some music. All right. So we had found some music here. Did I close? Looks like I closed. No, there it is. Oh, it's too bad the Burger Pope is gone. This video, I want to check out the Burger Pope. Video is not available, and that makes me sad. That's okay. So we're going to download this. It's going to be our win music. All right, so winner is Og. Save. Let's add that into our game. We have music here. Let's go to my downloads. I'm not wearing any hats. We had a hat stack overflow. We ran out of hats. We ran out of hats. Serious game. So I'll just see if I can pick up some basic. That's Duncati. Perfect. Perfect. Welcome to the Godot cult. I mean club. Nick Chant. Great to see you, my friend. That's exactly right. Been having fun with it. It does bother me that the music never seems to go where I want it to. Winner. Oh, that one did. Okay, I was wrong. That one definitely went there. We're gonna add in our audio stream player here. So we need a script. We need like a game 1 controller. I'm gonna add in just a basic node here. The only purpose of this node is to have a script attached to it. And this script is going to be able to adjust our audio stream player in it. So let me make this, I'm gonna make this a unique name. Call this level controller, something like that. Really it's like end of level controller. End of level controller on it like that. And this node here, we're going to want a reference to our audio stream player like this. And then we're going to register. Oh, really? I can do Bofu has a node saved. We can attach this signal here. And when we do this, we'll do audio stream. We need one other thing. I need to have, can I just drag the resource in? Almost. I can do that. Ooh, that's kind of, winner is. All right. I do like that about the editor. That's one of the most powerful things, I think, for beginners to be able to connect variables and attach resources, be able to just drag them into your scripts. I think that is an amazing feature of Godot. We're getting close to our reveal here. The only game I ever made was for Unity. I've done plenty of stuff. I've done a lot of work in Unity. I probably will actually do, my game jam entry will probably be in Unity. I don't even know what I'm doing most of the time. That's okay. The Destroyer, you can look, we can get started in Godot. Maybe what I'll do is after we reveal the theme, I'll speedrun making a little tiny game in 1 hour. A little tiny start of a game in 1 hour. We'll post it and then anyone can use it. We can do that. We can make a little game where we have a little guy that moves around the screen, and that can be a base game that anyone can use to make something. That's what we'll do. After the jam theme is revealed, we're going to build a base game for a 2D base game that anybody can use. I like that idea. That's what we're going to do. Once the theme is revealed, we're going to make a little base game anyone can use to have a little character moving around on the screen. When should I use classes versus resources? A resource is shared. A resource is shared between files. With it a bit longer. Yeah, so the idea is a resource is just something that can be shared between, like, throughout your game. Whereas the node class is sort of like that's connected to a thing in a scene typically. Though I will have to go to bed once the theme is revealed. No worries, Distron.
I hear that Brackies has a great Godot tutorial, by the way. I hear Brackies has a fantastic Godot tutorial. So on Bofu save, we're gonna do audio stream player dot sounds audio clip. What do we do here to change the sound? What is it called? Stream dot stream equals winner is, and then audio stream dot play, and then I don't think it'll loop. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So .g, is that a specific language? Yeah, it's part of GD script. It's Godot's built-in language. Okay. There we go. Easy, easy. So as we do that, I also want to have it sort of play a little animation. We're gonna make the tofu characters smile as well, and then maybe we can have them hopping up and down. Hopping up and down, a little thing says like, press space to exit, something like that. Congratulations on number 31, JD. Congratulations on number 32, Don Cotty. Maybe particle fart. Yeah, something like that. JD, thank you so much for being here, folks. If you guys don't know JD. JD does dev.
If you want to feel
JD does impressions.
like you're talking with Captain, let me see if I could do my Captain impression. I am not the Captain, but my eyebrows also move in a way like the Captain.
Thank you for the impression, JD. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I know things can be tough, but I hope you're doing as well as possible. Yeah, that eyebrow. To learn and improve my skills as much as possible. That's the point. That's the whole point. Lance, we're almost there. An hour and 30 minutes away to another hat. Lance with the bonus hat. Let's get another bonus hat on here. Oh, boy. We had a hat stack overflow, so all my hats are down here. We got to get 2 hats in my hands. I got to go pick them up. All right, JD, here. We're gonna move... We're gonna move the camera up so when I bend over to pick these up, no one has to experience a horrible experience. JD, I moved my camera up just for you. Just for you. All right, we got our hats. Was that 2 hats or 3 hats? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many hats that was. Well, let's go ahead and start off with 2. It was 7, JD. JD, calm down now. Calm down now. You and I both know 1 hat. 2 hats. Red hats, blue hats. Start off with 2. I think it might have been 3. To Cody again right before the Gentani. I'm sorry. It's what Hextree was working on. Don't blame me. Blame Hextree. Hextree, thank you so much for introducing that. JD, for all your rabble-rousing, all your troublemaking, 1 demerit to you, my friend. 1 demerit to you. You know it wasn't 7. Which of the background games is the best? Oh, back there? I will say my favorite game is Descent: Journeys in the Dark. This is my favorite game of all time. Best game may not be the best game, but I think it's my favorite game. Dragon Spirits, got yourself 1 JD. Excellent. Excellent work. You know, JD's gonna give us. That's right. I'm not an affiliate, JD. True story. Yeah, Moshiko, I'm not an affiliate, so there's no channel points here. Also, Blue Thing 3D, welcome into the stream. Great to have you here. In this node, I want to add in Too Many Bones. This is one of my favorite games. I've heard of that game. I don't think I've played that one. I want to add in an animation. So we're going to do an animation player. A node for use for advanced animation transition. No, I didn't want an animation player here. Okay. And this animation, I want to make the character sort of bounce up and down, jump up and down a little bit. And so I'm wondering exactly the best way to do this. I'm going to start by doing it with Bofu. All right, animation player. Let's add a new animation. Moshiko, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on here. Mordak, congratulations on your 33. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Boom. There it is. There it is. Boom. There it is. Okay. How do I need to add a new animation. All right, we're gonna call this our win animation like that. And we're gonna make Bofu part of this. So I want to, how do I keep the animation open here? Or do I have to put these things inside? I want to add a track. Can I drag Bofu down here? I want to, there's a key button I want to select specifically on Bofu. Do these have to be inside the animation player or parented by the same object to be selectable? I've done this before. How do I get the key? Yeah, we're trying to learn some GD script. Gotta grind for more points. That's right. We're making a Super Mario-like game. Yeah, let me show it to you. Let me show you what we have so far. Let me reset my player to the beginning of the level. I moved my player over here because we're testing the end of the level, but I'll show you what we have. Been working on this for a little bit. All right, this is my first time using Godot. Okay, so when we start out, we made a title screen here. So here's what we have. We have a title screen. We have key binding, so you can set the key controls if you want to do up, down, left, right. You can. W, S, A, D. Run and jump. Those are our buttons. We don't have gamepad controls yet. That's something that we could do. So our game starts up. We have move and jump controls. Then we have run, so we can go fast. Okay. We can kill these guys by jumping on them. We can also get defeated. So they respawn after a moment. So when they come back here, we can get killed. So we add in sound effects for it as well. There's spikes, so you can fall down on the spikes. Sometimes when we die, we have like, Tani made this really cool animation for us. Okay, so this is sort of a little learning project for me. Oh, I missed. Our jump is interesting because it's, if you tap it, will keep going as long as you hold it. Character's name is Tofu guy. All right, so we can kill that guy. We can get these as checkpoints. So when you die, you respawn at the last checkpoint, which are those little orbs you can pick up. This is from MC Flesher. MC Flesher is the artist. This is an open source game asset that I like to use in a lot of my projects. Oh, I missed. But we have like different little behaviors attached to each one of these things to get it working. All right, and then we're working on, see, there's the, you see the flight the screen, there's like a 10% chance that happens. Tani set that up for us, so Tani, thank you so much for that. And so we're working on, when you get to the end, playing this wind music, and then we're gonna add a little animation in. So that's what we're working on right now. That's what we're working on right now. Yeah, make it Souls-like. It's pretty Souls-like. MC Flesher, what's his name? Let me get you the link to Tofu Land. One of my favorite Tofu, man. It's this sprite. These assets, these are open source assets that you can use in your game as long as you credit them. Yeah, so MC Flesher, fantastic artist. I haven't seen anything new from them in a long time. Let's see what their latest thing was. This one. Yeah, October, I guess 2023, not too long ago. Add a map editor. Everyone wants me to add all kinds of new stuff. The map editor is built into Godot, so you could add levels to this. Folks, this is open source project. If you want to contribute to this, you can. We've had a couple contributions. Saw has contributed, and Tani has also contributed. Macatap also, welcome to the stream. Stygian, welcome back. It's great to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's what we've been working on here. Essentially for the last 2 weeks. I was out of town for a lot of that, but I think we've spent maybe 20 hours on this so far. 20, you know, 20, 30 streaming hours, which is really like 10 real hours. Let's go. Yeah, we're almost there. The game jam's coming up. So I was trying to get this animation. I want to how do I get to the keyframe button? Oh, I bet animation. That's how we do it. Okay. So my Bofu here, I want to add in a keyframe here, like this. And then we're going to have Bofu wait, have him jump in the air. All right, so add another keyframe. And we're going to move the Y position up like this. Okay, and this will be another keyframe. And we'll move it back down. Where was it before? 162. Add a keyframe, and then it's going to loop. All right, so this is a very, very simple animation I'm putting in here. It needs to be faster for sure. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. So when we win, I want this animation to play. So in the game, after we save Bofu, we're going to trigger that to play. Oh, that's not what I want. Like that. And then this animation here would play. Nothing. Why does the animation do? Oh, it's in okay, never mind. I have to actually connect that in. Okay, so let's make this in our script here. Let's go ahead and stop this. I want to add in our animation plan. I'm going to make this have a unique name. We'll pull this in here like that. And then we'll do animation player dot play. I think that just plays the whole animation. In my opinion, sorry, you can just press add track inside the animation player node and don't search for nodes and properties and press the key icon. Yeah, we could have done that too. I was looking for like adding it from the key there. We can use both, right? All right, let's see if this works. It does not. Huh. Why isn't this playing? We're playing this debugger errors. I think these are not part of what currently is happening. Let's try one more time. I'm surprised that that's not playing. Oh, I have to select the name. Why don't I get an error? I'm surprised I don't get an error. I thought this would just be like the default animation, not autoplay. Thank you guys for helping me. Okay. Oh, I am getting an error. Did I miss it? I'm just dumb. Animation not found. Thank you. Thank you. There were these other errors that I don't. There's something else wrong here. Nick Chant, thank you so much. Points, add Nick Chant. 250 points, add a Raccoon Games. 250 points, guys. Thank you guys so much for your help there. Let's try again. Oh no. There we go. A little slow. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's good enough. Good enough. We can speed it up. All right, so our animation down here. Can I just shift this keyframe over? There we go. Like that. It's a little slow, I agree. Let's see what this one looks like. Better. Better. We could also potentially have in a Bezier curve so that it's not static up and down, so we can ease into it. So ease in point, let's do a 0.5, and then probably 0.5 on both of these. This one should be the inverse. 0.5 is the wrong direction. We need to go the other direction. So a 2. Let's try that. I think I can actually just watch it in the scene here. I like it. I like it. All right, look how excited Bofu is to be saved. Okay, let's make our tofu jump as well. So we should be able to add in the tofu as well. What's the debugger? I gotta figure out what those are doing. Okay, so our animation here, let's do the same thing. We need to disable the player controller as well because the player's gonna still be able to move, but we're gonna add in our player as well here. And their transform. Gonna create this. And we'll move this down here. We're gonna have this be at the same height, so 162. And then we'll add in a keyframe here. Stop. Add in a keyframe there. And 162 to 124. And we can have them be sort of offset, so they're not jumping together is probably what we'll do. Captain Anosa, how you doing? And Alex, welcome back. Looks kind of weird to me. The second part goes down too fast. Yeah, we'll find the right jump. You're correct. It looks a little bit weird. It like falls. Maybe I have this backwards. Or maybe it needs to be like that. Or maybe I need to pull it out just a little bit to make it work. We'll play around with these numbers to make them nice or feel better. Okay. We'll add in one more keyframe here for our player back to the original value, which was 162. And this one here, the easing was 0.5. And then this one here, let's try 4. Does it still look weird? Was the easing doing nothing? Hang on. Is the easing actually doing anything? I'm not sure. The peak of the jump should last longer. Okay, we can do that. Let's pull these down. Let's duplicate those. What do we think about that? And we can like offset it a little bit. Okay. Let's see what that looks like, and then we'll set the Bofu's, or sorry, Tofu's. I need to fix this cage. I accidentally overwrote that image. It looks okay there. It looks like the cage is like coming out of the D a little bit. It's all messed up because of gravity. I need to disable gravity. My player's controller. We need to turn that off. Also, the wind. Oh, we touched it again. The player has gravity affecting it. So I need to disable. I need to do something. I might just turn off the character sprite. They're pretty good, right? So I didn't make them all. I made this one. Not this one. This one here is the one I made. Okay. So I made this one. The other two I got from Open Game Art. Jankelman, welcome to the stream, by the way. It's a little bit broken there. So I think the best way to make it jump is to
actually put in a second sprite. Like, go ahead and just disable my player. I'll hide the player from the view, and we'll put another player. That way, if you move and stuff, we'll just disable that player. I think that's what I want to do. Make it a little bit simpler. Let's do a save, though. We do have to take a break here. Our game jam thing is going to be revealed in about 5 minutes. For anyone just joining, if it ain't broke, you aren't really game deving, right? You know, if it ain't broken, you're not trying. That's what I've heard. Just disable the physics. Well, the enemies also use the physics, so it might be a little bit weird to do that. I think I want to just have a... So I have to disable like the whole player controller, right? So here's the thing is after you win, you can like still move around. And I don't want that. So I want to disable that. So we could have it disable the whole player controller. Can you do that? And you'll notice that it still has like, it's still trying to do things. Yeah, duplicate the pause function. Maybe we could pause. There's a bunch of different ways we could do it, right? There's a bunch of different ways we could do it. I think we'll figure it out. If you're not making mistakes, you're not doing anything. I actually think there's like many different ways we could actually implement this. We could just, yeah. So there's a bunch of ways. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna randomly reveal the game jam thing on this. Jankelman, I've been working on this for about 30 hours, I think, something like 30 hours. We have all of the streams have been released here. I was out of town for a big chunk of last week. Let me look at my calendar here. Cookies, welcome back to the stream. So I've been working on it since the 7th of this month. So June 7th is when I started. Spaghetti Code Factory. All right, folks, we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We are 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes away from the Game Jam reveal. You haven't missed it. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get myself some more bean water. I'm going to get myself some fresh water. Jankelman, thank you so much for the follow. Have you met Jankel? Jankelman has followed me, you know, Jankel, thank you for following me on this beautiful day. Jankel, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you here. All right, folks, we'll be back. I got to take a quick break.
In the
Don't go
back.
anywhere.
Pay attention.
We'll be back with our Game Jam theme. I shall return in about 3 minutes.
All right, everybody, we're back. We're back. Do we think we are getting costume change? We got quick, change your costume. Got to get a costume change in here. I know you guys are all excited for Captain Coder's New Game Jam theme reveal, but we got to get some stretches in first. No, we'll do the reveal first. We'll do the reveal. I know you guys are so anxious, so excited to see what it is. Let's check it out, folks. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? I'm already in the third league of the Coding Pod Race. Here we go. My new wave of mode is finally approved. Goob, welcome back to the stream. Here's one of our incredible sponsors, folks. The Average Goob is the sponsor of the 3 runner-up prize. If you want to go check out The Average Goob's going to be working on his game during the game jam here. All right, here we go. We're going to do this way. We have, so anyone who's not familiar with Captain Coder's Linear, if you're just joining us for Captain Coder's Linear Game Jam, the time is Madman mode. We have we've had 3 rounds, we had 2 rounds of voting. The first round of voting, we got our top 10 themes. Start with nothing, upgrade the enemies, dice, only 1 inventory slot, goblins, RPG, monsters, robots, choose your loot, 1%. We had 72 theme suggestions at the start. These were the top 10. Out of the top 10, only 5 were chosen. The theme should be Hat Man, yeah. Smab, I'm kind of hoping for dice myself. Or start with nothing. These are the themes that we could get here. Start with nothing, upgrade the enemies, dice, only 1 inventory slot, choose your loot. These are the options here. These were the top 5 most voted themes for Linear Game Jam. Nerd Waffle says, I want dice. We got a 20% chance, Nerd Waffle. 20% chance. It's attempted to do all 5. Start with it would be good. I think there's so many good. Gundiminator, welcome back to the stream. I want to start with nothing. I have so many ideas. Start with nothing. I have some ideas for as well. Okay, so we're gonna do the reveal here. Are you guys ready? Less because I want it. If I want to reduce the odds by 99%. All right, ones in the chat if you're ready. Do we have enough ones in the chat? Please be dice. Ones in the chat. Here we go. Tuber Tugger, we're all here. Sean DeLamba, welcome back to the stream. Let's go. Average Hertz, welcome in. Here we go. Tony doesn't want to stream.
You in the back. Pay attention.
Oh, dice, that was so close. Only 1 inventory slots. If I get, no. Can we get a code check on this? And the program crashed. Only 1 inventory slot. All right. The program crashed, everybody. It's rigged. The only slot is going to be for dice. Yeah. All right. So only one. The theme was selected. Let's do an announcement. Another round, best of 3. Nerd Waffle says best of 3. That was our theme. All right, and everyone, let's do a quick announcement here. Maybe we screen. How was that so close? It was as far away from the selection as possible. Smab, you were right. It looked like it was going to stop there to me for a second. We lost Goblin for this. Urushianaki, welcome into the stream. Great to have you here. I suppose did anyone happen to clip that? Maybe we should go clip it. Now I could just post the clip. Can we clip? Is it too late to clip it? It's probably too late. Someone quick, get the clip. Get the clip before it's too late. The game about goblins, only 1 invisible slot. Yeah, there's nothing saying that you can't do it. Where's the clip button? I'm not logged in. Someone clipped it. Nobody clipped it. Reroll. You didn't see the theme. Do another one. Hang on. Yeah, I was going to take a screenshot of it. Here, we can find it real quick. I think I'm going to be too slow to clip it. This demo is taking way too long to get here. Let's see a reroll. Where's the clip? Here we go. Clip. Let's see if we can get the clip of it, or if I was that took me way too long. No. There.
Can we get a
We
post
just
check
got
on this?
barely.
And the 5 again. No. Can
We, we lost it. We missed the go. Let's see if it lands on one. We can go back. We can do the. We can go to YouTube though. Jolt, thank you so much. Let's see if we got it.
You in the back, pay attention.
Oh, Dice, that was so close. Only one inventory slot. Jolt, thank you so much for getting that Jolt points.
You in the back, pay attention.
Jolt. 500 points. For everyone for being here to see the reveal. 1,000 points to all you beautiful people. No! There we go. All right. Let's add Donnie's devastated. Devastated. Free money. Nice. All right. Everyone, we randomly selected the theme without any rigged results. I promise it was not rigged. Here is the clip. The theme is only one inventory slot. Note, although it is highly encouraged to use the theme, if you decide not to, if you decide not to, that's up to you. There we go. Only one crash. Let's set it in. All right, there we go, folks. The theme is Captain Killer's Learning Game Jam. One inventory slot. This isn't rigged. It wasn't rigged. I promise. That's what someone who rigged it would say. It's true. It's true. But I promise it's not. The theme isn't mandatory, huh? You look. So it's not mandatory. It is one of the voting criteria. It is one of the voting criteria. So you're basically, if you don't do a theme, if you don't follow the theme, you'll probably get a 0 on this one here. You won't be disqualified. You won't be disqualified. It's just when people are rating your game, you won't get a good rating there. Exactly. Tony, the prizes aren't for placement. That's why I say last year there were several people that after the theme came out said, well, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do that theme. And I don't want to discourage people from learning something just because they don't like the theme. That's really it comes down to. Napalm, welcome back. Redmer, it's wonderful to have you. Push Toy, it's great to see us. Science Streams, how you doing, friend? We got so many awesome people here. Folks, do you guys know Science Streams? If you guys don't know Science, be sure to go check him out. Incredible science communicator. Doing Whack-'em Wednesday tonight. Be there or be a square for Whack-'em Wednesday where you can draw all kinds of stuff. The main characters are going. If you go for the jams to earn the prizes, you're probably not earning the prizes. Or you can come up with a crazy explanation why the theme is related. That's all you got to do too. All right, so let's go ahead and update the game jam here. Can we get that export, that clip there? Let's see. Can I put that clip? Can I embed that clip? Round 2 voting. The theme. The secret. Can I make this bigger? Secret theme is. We do have a fancy mug. Love some of the recent IRL Zoo and Aquarium streams. Yes, absolutely. Wasn't upgrading. That one had me stumped. Risu Misu, I was going to do a reverse tower defense game, I think, if that was the theme. That was the idea I had for upgrade enemies. Was a reverse tower defense where you were sending hordes of enemies to destroy towers, and then you would upgrade those. So it's like upgrade the enemies. You are the enemy in that one. That was sort of, if that one came out, that was what I had in mind. What was the thing? Only one inventory slot. Let's make this nice and big. Strong style font size 2 EM. There we go. Let's get a link to. I lost that clip already. Why am I so bad at this? Why am I so bad at streaming? Copy link. Can I just copy the link? There it is. Copy link. People not happy with the theme. Watch the theme selection here. Maybe pin the theme in the chat. That's a good idea. It's under announcements, but I'll pin it in the Game Jam chat as well. Okay, let's save. The theme is... Why did that revert sizes? I'm so sad about that. We'll have to fix that again. The theme is... You may optionally not implement the theme. However, however, you should note that one of the ranking criteria is theme. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that real quick. That says, to me, the theme is helpful for new jammers. Exactly. You know, I think the question, let's see, I have a question. This is the first game in my team and the first game we join, it's first jam we will join. Will there be instruction on how you guys want the game formatted when we turn it in? I have absolutely no idea. Essentially, you have to submit it as an itch.io. We'll go through the process. But yeah, if you want to start chatting with your team, sharing what it is, the game jam technically starts in 50 minutes. But the jam theme is out. You guys were here, so get a little head start if you want on it. Style, font size, 2EM. That's what I want here. There we go. I don't want anyone to be discouraged from learning something because they don't like the theme. That's really one. The secret theme is only one inventory slot. Okay. You're welcome, Cassie. Thank you so much for hanging out. Remember to keep coding, keep growing. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you then. All right, let's go ahead and pin the theme here. Comments for sure. Never give a po. Which one will be chosen? Theme revealed to be only one inventory slot. Can I do this? I can't. I thought I might be able to do a big... I thought I could do headers. There it is. And we'll go ahead and pin this message. Oh, yeah, pin it. Throughout the whole game. Rio, I missed your... I don't understand the question. Throughout the whole game. You can interpret this any way you want. So this theme can be interpreted any way you want. In this game, you might have a game where you have like 4 people. Johnny, it does use markdown formatting. Some people don't like it. Get creative with it. Absolutely, be as creative as you can with it. And I think that one of the prizes, by the way, sponsored by Omni Digital here is a sponsor. Let's give a shout out to Omni Digital. One of the prizes is for most creative. So the person who is most creative could actually win $50 in this one. The slot keeps getting bigger. It's one image. The slot keeps getting bigger. Tani, I love that idea. That idea is great. So I think what I want to do. All right, so we're gonna stream for another hour potentially. Hit with an idea. Awesome, Rio. Go for it. Yeah. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do mine. I really don't know what I want to do with only one inventory slot. I'm thinking maybe some kind of puzzle game. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna do some brainstorming off stream, I think. But to help people get started, no one's some idea. I'm patenting it. Patent it faster. Too late. I already stole it. So people who are brand new to game dev, you play as a phantom that holds one type of liquid at a time and aim to get from one mug to a tankard to a jug, but you can get a bag. Captain downloading Godot now. Shano, let's go. Wish me luck, my dude. One inventory slot is perfect. In my 15 years of Unity gets wiped out. I'm taking all your hats. It could happen. Thank you for pointing out the Discord. That's right, folks. If you have any questions, be sure to join the Discord. Post and ask for help. We got a lot of amazing people out there doing it. We got to pin this here. Game Jam theme revealed. Only one Only one inventory slot. Theme revealed. All right, let's go ahead and pin that up at the top. There. Let's add it into the stream as well. So in the stream here, let's update this text. Where's the today text? Learn you a game jam. And the theme is only one inventory slot. Theme revealed. Only one inventory slot. Exclamation point game jam. June 19th to the 3rd. Get rid of all of these things. There we go. There we go, folks. We got a little bit of an update there on our screen. Theme revealed. Did I spell it right? It looks like I did. The inventory is a person. Yeah, so like, what are we gonna do with it? So some people had requested, some people who are starting out just learning how to program, learning how to make games. I'm gonna do a, I'm gonna start a game from scratch here in Godot. I'm going to start a game from scratch here into Godot, and I'm gonna show you a process that you can use to get started to make a simple game. Godot makes it super, super easy. So let me open up Godot here. I need to pin Godot to my start bar here, because I always have to go find it. Let's pin this. Join the jam on itch. That's what you're going to submit as well. So you want to join on itch from this link. Join on itch, click join jam, boom, join it. Then you'll submit through itch. You'll submit through itch. Is this the kind of computer science you teach students, Cookies and Kohi? Maybe. All right, so we have Godot here. And we're gonna start by creating a new project. We're gonna create a new project here. I'm off on a crazy 2-week adventure. Good luck, everyone. Nick Chant, I can't wait to see what you do. Also, I'll try my best to keep my Godot submission fully open source. Maybe people will find it useful. Me too. I'm gonna make mine fully open source as well. Nick Chant, thank you so much for popping in. Have a beautiful day. We will be back on Friday. I can't stream tomorrow, or maybe I'll stream later tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow my usual time. All right, so if you're brand new to Godot, you can get Godot open here. This is our manager. And you're just gonna create a new game. And I'm gonna recommend you do compatibility mode for the purposes of a game jam, because this is gonna help you export to web. And in game jams, it's really, really not necessarily 100% required, but if you want people to actually play your game, making it a web game is gonna be super helpful to get people playing it. Once you have this here, you're gonna select where you wanna put it. I'm gonna go ahead and put mine into I have a little folder. You select wherever you want it to go. I'm gonna put mine in my Captain Coder organization here. And I'm gonna create a new folder. Is there a create folder here? Yeah, and I'm gonna call this, I'm gonna create a folder for my game jam, Learn You a Game Jam 2024. I'm gonna go ahead and select this folder as where I want to put it. I want to go ahead and click create and edit here now. Okay. And in a moment here, the Godot engine opens. And by default, for me, it's on the 3D scene. It may not always be. Can I use add-ons to have an easier time working, like not pre-made assets, but pre-made tools? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You can also use pre-made assets. It's all about giving credit and having permission to use those assets. It's a bit tougher to export 3D to webs, as I don't find the default 3D physics to be great. Even prototyping, I have to switch to Jolt Physics, Michael Game Dev. Thank you for the heads up. I haven't done anything 3D in Godot, for what it's worth. I've done nothing in 3D. I've only done 2D stuff. Also, I've heard that I've experienced web builds being a little bit tricky with Godot. So you know, take this with a grain of salt. I'm probably going to personally use. So for this game gen, it doesn't have to be web. You can upload it as an executable as well. I'm just saying that other people will want it to be web. Some people won't download your file. If it's an executable, they have to download it. And that can be tricky to play like on Windows, Linux, and Mac having different distributions. Makes it a little bit different. Find pre-written script. Zero, I'm not sure where the best place is to find pre-written scripts. That's a good question. I know that you can go to the asset library here and search for stuff. There are a bunch of tools you can find. This is sort of like Unity's asset store a little bit. In Godot, it's a bit tricky now as version C does it. Yeah, you cannot do web exports with C# with Godot 4. If you're using Godot 3, you can. Never heard? Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's start in Godot. We're going to make a simple 2D game. I'm going to walk you through the process of making a simple 2D game here. We're going to select a 2D scene. This creates a 2D node, and this is going to be sort of like your base node here. I'm going to call this main scene here. So I hit save. Now I have my main scene. A node is an element in the world that you can interact with. Thought it was just assets. No, I think you can find all kinds of stuff there. You can also Google. I know there's forums and stuff you can find stuff. There can be security issues, exactly. So some people won't download executables to play. Especially in bigger game jams, it can be even scary if you don't know the person. That said, if you join the Discord and you promote your game and you ask for feedback, it's gonna be, you know, make some friends among your team, make some people that you're working with. You're more likely to have help that way. It's gonna be my main scene. I wanna create a node now that's gonna be my player. So I'm gonna create another node 2D here, and I'm gonna rename this one to be player. And my player, I want to have some properties on it. The most important one to me is that I want my player to have like a physical shape. So inside of my player node, I'm gonna add in what's called a player, let's see, character body 2D. Oh, in fact, I should have made my player here character body 2D. Let's get rid of this node here. Godot has this really nice node for doing character physics. So your player character here. We're going to create a character body 2D. And the character body 2D, we're going to add a script. We're going to come down over here and select new script. And we're going to use their built-in template for the character 2D. Okay, so path here, inherits character 2D. There's a template that we can use when we create this. Hang on, that didn't work. Why didn't I get the template? Did I not select template? It must have been unchecked. Let's clear this. New script, player, character, template. There it is. I didn't have template checked. So I'm going to make sure this is checked for my template. And then there's different template you can select. The one we want is the character 2D basic movement. We're going to create this. And you'll get a bunch of code in here. This script here basically gives you, when you press the left, right arrow, you move back and forth. And when you press space, you'll jump. That's the default we're going to add in here. We need to give our character some shape. You'll see there's a warning here. It says this node has no shape. This node has no shape, so it can't collide and interact with other objects. So we need, and it'll actually give you some hints here. It says, consider adding a collision shape 2D or a collision polygon. I'm gonna use a collision shape 2D. We add another node, collision shape 2D like this. We need to nest it inside. And you'll notice that warning goes away. It says, okay, I look for collision shape 2D inside of myself. And I'm gonna use that for my shape. And then this one's warning saying, hey, you haven't actually specified the shape that you want. So I'm gonna come click up here on shape. For now, I'm just gonna make it a rectangle. And now I have this collision shape for my character. If I hit run, we're gonna select our current scene as our main scene. It's gonna say, what would you like to use? We actually see nothing here. It's not very useful, we can't see anything. I need to add an image to this to be able to see it, but I can also, just to get started, from the debug menu, I'm gonna say visible collision shapes. It's gonna make it so when I play my game in play mode, I can see the collision shapes here. Okay, so if I hit run,
you'll see my shape starts falling over there. You can see it in the top left corner. Here, let's run it one more time. And actually, let me move my character a little bit. Here, I'm gonna move my character away from this top left corner. I'm gonna move it out to the middle here. There it is. So we see it here. It has like gravity applied to it. If I come into my shape here, the gravity is coming from this. Add gravity. If I select these lines and I press Control/ on Mac, it'd be Command/, I can comment these out. You'll notice there's this hash in front of these. Hashes lets us say, ignore that line of code. Let's take the gravity out here. I'll click run. Now you'll notice if I press left and right, I move left and right. That's part of the default script that was given to us. It says if we have UI left, UI right, our character's velocity X moves in that direction. We set our velocity and we move toward that velocity with this move and slide. So this is a very basic template script we can get from by default. I'm gonna put this gravity back in. So if you want to do a platformer, you would do this gravity. If you want to do top down, you're going to take this gravity out and you're going to make it so you can move around top down view. So you might come in here. Let's look at this code. Let's imagine we want to do a top down game actually. Let's imagine we want to do a top down game. UI left, UI right. What would we do? How would we modify this code here to move in the Y direction? X is left and Y. X is left and Y, left and right. Y is going to be up and down. Let's duplicate this code here. Let's change this here. And we can actually get access UI up, UI down. Okay. And we can say this, we can call this Y direction. Like this. Okay. And instead of our X, let's switch this velocity to Y. I want to do a velocity Y here. And then we'll do a Y direction. Okay. So we can get an axis like this. So this is left, right, up, down. This is one way we could do it. Feargan, thank you so much for the follow. Feargan, thank you so much. Thank you for following the captain. Okay, so we have this direction now. If I do left, right, down, and up, we actually can move around on the screen this way. Tani's making a fantastic suggestion. So Tani, I wanted to show like this is how one way you could do it. Tani's suggesting we use a vector, input.get vector here. What is a vector? So if someone's never programmed before, they might not know what a vector is, but right now we have what's called a variable direction here. We can even say this is our X direction. I can come in here and rename all these. Oh, you want to see something cool? Say you want to rename all of these. What was it? Alt D, Control D, Control D, Control D. It'll actually select all of the places we see direction here. And now I can edit all of them X direction. Say I want to do a rename. I can press Control D. It'll slowly select all of these together. Right. So I thought, no, Tani, totally fine. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Now we've renamed this. We're gonna move these value in an XY value and a Y value in Godot. Gundamator, thank you so much for follow. Gundamator, I would like to welcome you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for following me today. Go look at the typos and have fun jamming, everybody. Yes, Vrab, thank you so much for popping in. Good luck to you as well. So there's a thing we can do to maybe simplify this a little bit. You'll notice we have this move toward velocity.x. Move toward. Love the follow songs, Feargan. I'm glad you enjoy them. We've sung about 3,000 of them so far. I do need to update that. I think it says over. Doesn't it say over? Over $900, so it's technically accurate. Already 2 possible ideas. Fantastic to hear. So maybe you're curious. So here's the thing. You're playing around with Godot. Maybe you're curious. What does this do? What does this mean? Move toward. What is this doing? If you hold down Control, you'll notice I get this finger here. I can actually click on this. It'll open up my documentation in here, and we can read move toward has a float from, a float to, and a delta fast. Moves from toward to by the delta amount will not go past 2. So move something towards it. It happens, Tani. So we can use this to update it. We can also refactor our player controller here. Tani's suggesting that we use input.get vector. I don't think I've ever used this here. So let's go look at what get vector does. Notice I can do input.get vector, and we can actually see if we do input dot, we actually see a bunch of different things that we can look through to get different stuff going on here. In this case, we have a get vector. Now I'm not sure what the parameters, what values I need to put between these parentheses are. So I'm gonna go click on this. I press Control click, pull up my documentation. It says get vector, -x, +x, -y, +y, and then dead zone. Get an input vector by specifying 4 actions for the positive and negative x and y axes. Shy Programmer, Godot is a program you download. It is. This method is useful when getting vector input such as from a joystick, directional pad, arrows, or WASD. The vector has its length limited to 1 and has a circular dead zone, which is useful for vector input as movement. By default, the dead zone is automatically calculated from the average of the active action dead zones. So in this case, so check this out. Let's look at our code here. Get vector takes in 4 things: a -x, a +x, a -y, a +y, and we get back a vector 2. Okay, it's incredibly small. That's absolutely right. So our get axis, you'll notice, has a negative action and a positive action. Those are the 2 values we get. So let's come over to our script here. So our -x would be UI left, UI right. For up and down, we're gonna do UI up and UI down. So we can have this get vector, and it's gonna return a direction. I could also call this like input direction. You could also just call it dir. So now I'm gonna have a variable that has both my x and y values. I can put it to test it out here. Let's do a print input direction. We'll see a bunch of output coming as we come in down here. Might be a little bit hard to see. We have a bunch of output here. When I press right, you'll notice that the 1, and when I press left, we get -1. If I'm pressing down, we get 1. If I press up, we get -1. If I'm pressing 2 things at the same time, notice I don't get -1 and 1. It's actually on a circular plane. So the directional move, the normal, I don't move extra fast going down and to the left and up to the right. I maintain that velocity there. Really interesting. I like that there. Okay. Now that I have this input direction, I can refactor this code to make it a little bit simpler. We love trigonometry. So our velocity, we want to multiply this by our speed. We can also multiply by speed here, I believe. Let's find out. Yeah, so notice it'll multiply it by our speed, which we can set here. It happens to be 300. 300's 8 normalized input directions. It's true. It's true. So we have our input here. We want to actually say if input direction. This is saying if there's some input here. And I imagine we actually don't need this. What we're going to do is, well, this is a little bit trickier. Can't quite do this. But we can do velocity equals input direction times speed. Okay. And I want to do a little trick here. I'm curious if input direction, really want to say if nothing is being pressed, we kind of slow down. I think we always get this. I'm curious here. If we have a 0, 0 vector, is that true? What's happening here is 0 means not true. So I think we'll always get this. We don't. Oh, that's fascinating. A 0, 0 vector is considered false in an if statement. Okay, so we can say if we have an input direction here. Enjoy your day, Redmer. Nerdwaffle says, if you made, say, a platformer or RPG before it, is it frowned upon in jams to copy code? Like if you have a movement mechanic or inventory system or comment system, you just copy it and fix it up. Do people do this? People do it pretty frequently. Yeah, I could also check with Vector 2.0. Yeah, Tawny. But apparently I don't have to. So today I learned. We have our input direction here like this. Nerdwaffle, that happens all the time. I think it's totally fine. It's just you don't want to take the entirety of another game and then build upon it. That's what the else is doing in the code below. Yeah. So we'll have an else here. And in the else section, right here, we're going to do velocity equals input direction times our speed. Else, we'll do velocity. I wonder, is there a move toward for this here? So I have something interesting. I could do this, move toward velocity.x0 speed. I'm wondering if this is the best way to refactor this. Can I start? Someone asked, sorry, I missed it. Can I start? You can start, yeah. I would say, like, you can start thinking, brainstorming. Don't write any, I would suggest not writing any code yet. All right. So we're able to use this vector now. You notice this is called a refactor. When you take your code and you remove code, or sorry, refactor is when you take existing code, you change it, but don't change the behavior. Yeah, we officially start in about 20 minutes, so not a huge bonus or anything. So notice we can still move around here like that. And in fact, our directional movement and our diagonal movement is actually much smoother than it was. Remember how fast it was before? It's a little bit better. 21 minutes, yeah, about 20 minutes. All right, let's go and get rid of our jump code here, like this. We have a little character, little box moving around the screen. Okay, so we can move around the screen like this. Very nice, very nice. Let's go find some art to put in for our character. And so maybe we find some character art we can put in for it. So nice and simple start, simple way to get your player controller moving. And I'm gonna post this code so anyone can use this if they want. You can lerp or rather preferably tween the velocity to make it smoother. Try it, Captain. Mess with tweens. No, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible, Tawny. Simple as possible. This is supposed to be a starter project so people can take this and advance from it if they want to. For anyone who's never used Godot before or never made a Godot game before or never made a game at all before. So I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. I don't want to add in too much complexity here. So this script is super simple. We could go in and mess with it and smooth it out, make simpler things. But what I want to do next is let's go find a sprite to add in for our player here. We could have like a top-down Zelda-like character. We could have a spaceship. Maybe we're going to do a space shooter. Let's go look at different things here. And I often like to browse around in the 2D art looking for inspiration. So I'm going to do top down. See if anything comes through. If I search for top down, you could also go to Kenny Assets, Open Game Art. Here's Open Game Art, by the way. Fantastic site for finding prototype art. If you're struggling to find an artist or a team, or you have an artist and you're waiting for the artist to produce stuff, you can use this. All right. And Kenny Assets is another fantastic resource. Kenny is a great one for inspiration as well. Top tier Kenny Assets are absolutely top tier. I'm just like 2D. And then I can even search for top down. Ooh, look at this. Monochrome Pirates. Ooh, maybe we'll do this. Look at this. Sort of top down characters. We don't have animated sprites here, it doesn't look like. Maybe we could. Pico City 8. This looks pretty cool. Have top down. This one has some character moving sprites. Maybe we do this one here. Kenny, yeah, I've paid for all the Kenny assets. Tiny Battle. Look at these. We have these little guides. Oh, we could have like a little game where we put stuff in here. So I love coming to these sites and just looking at these for inspiration. Tiny Town, Tiny Ski. Looking for top-down stuff here. Tiny Dungeon. Let's do this. Tiny Dungeon. We don't have, I want like movement sprites though. Brought to you by Kenny, yeah. I don't know if there's animated. This content is free to use. I'm not sure if they have animated I want animations on it. Scribble Dungeon. Ooh, this is cool. This is super cool. I like that. I'm gonna do I want to learn how to make 3D stuff this year. That's my goal, is to learn how to make some 3D stuff. So we're gonna be doing 3D. I'm looking at this going like, oh, maybe I want to. Oh, these are all great. All right, there was another one that had some animated stuff to it. All right, there was one up here that I liked that had a little bit of animation. It wasn't this one. This one, the Pico 8 City. We're gonna do this one. So I'm gonna download this here. We're gonna use this spreadsheet because these guys have a little walking animations to them. Little walking animation. So I'm gonna download this. Okay. And I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go ahead and do their Corfless. Thank you for the hat. Let's put another hat on this stack. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much for the hats. Risu Misu, I'm so glad you got an idea. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, so I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna have to brainstorm a little bit. Maybe take a little nap after this, get some brain juice. Maybe have a little sleep, have some inspiration come to me. Let me go ahead and extract all of these here. So I have the Kenny assets that we just downloaded. Can I view large icons just so it's easier for me to see here? This is our sample. This is the preview. Tile map here. Tile map pat. Tiled. Ah, that's kind of cool. So we're gonna actually, and then we have individual tiles like this. All right, so we can actually take the individual tiles if we want to pull these in one by one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in probably both of these things. Yeah, so here are our tile map. Michael, I'm gonna learn Blender as well. That's my goal. So I'm gonna take our tiles and I'm gonna pull that in. I think I want the tile map packed. So I'm gonna come over in here. I'm gonna create a new folder for my sprites. I'm gonna pull it in like this. I'm gonna put that in my sprites. One thing I'm gonna want to do, and I'm gonna go ahead and have this tile map as well as I think I wanna find the character tile as well. They're so tiny, it's hard to see. I wish these weren't zoomed out so much, or I wish I could zoom in on them. I'm looking super close in here. We could also make a little animated sprite for it, but let's create a sprite for our player. All right, we're gonna create a sprite for our player. So I'm gonna add a node here, and it's gonna end up being an animated sprite. So I'm gonna do an animated sprite 2D because we're gonna have the character walking. The character's gonna walk in here. Just make it the icon. I could make it the icon. I want to make it the little animated character there. Get a ton of the same hat and everything. It's just the same hat. You just keep putting the same hat, stacking it up. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna create a new sprite frames over here. So animated sprite. We had to create a sprite frames. And as I do this, let's add this in here. You'll notice these warnings give you hints on how to do this. A sprite frame resource must be created or set in the frames property. So anytime you have this warning, it's sort of like informing you, hey, you got to do something. You got to do something. So I'm going to come over to my sprite frames here. Select new sprite frames. And now I can actually edit this. I'm going to add in idle and then an idle sprite frame. And we're going to select add from sprites. So I'm going to click this button here. I renamed this animation. I clicked this button here to select from a sprite sheet. Come into my packed. I think these are 8 by 8 pixels. So I can do 8 by 8. We'll see when I zoom in if that's true. Yeah. So if I hold control, I can zoom in and we see that these are 8 by 8. So I'm going to select this for my idle. It's going to be my main character here. And we can even make it so you could select different characters. So my main character. I want to add in a second animation. I'm going to add in a second animation here. This is going to be walk. And I'm going to do the same thing. For the walk animation, I'm going to select all three. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to set the size. Oh, you can't see that. It's off screen a little bit. I'm gonna set the size to be 8 by 8. Alternatively, you can specify how many different pixels there are in here, how many different sprites are. 24 by 15, this one happens to be. We'll zoom in. And I'm gonna make this, these, is it just these two? I think it might just be these two for walking. Yeah, I think it's just these two for walking. And we can preview this animation. If I zoom in, you'll note, look how fuzzy the animation is there. It's super fuzzy. This happens to do with the way the sprite sheet is packed and imported. Since I'm doing a pixel art game, one thing I'll want to do is in my project settings, I can come in here and I can set up that my texture, let's put it, it's doing some compression. I believe all I need to do is set this to nearest. And you'll notice that the compression goes away. This blurs it. This for big images, large images that have lots of pixels, you want them to sort of blend together. For pixel art, we don't want this, so I'm gonna set this to nearest, and now we get no filter applied to it. So it's not gonna do any sort of blurring, what's called anti-aliasing on it. And now if I run this sprite here, we see the guy sort of walking, that little character here. I'm gonna slow it down to 3, maybe 4. There we go. So we have our idle, we have our walking like that, idle and walking. I'm gonna hit save here. So I have an animated sprite, I have my character body 2D. I can now, if I play my game, oh, it's probably, there it is, it's offset. See, my character is up there, it's offset. Yeah, Distron, thank you for the correction there. It's a filter, not compression. It's a filter, not compression. It's doing anti-aliasing around it. It's not compression. You are correct. Okay. So you'll notice I'm sort of offset here. My character body, my collision. I had moved this thing over to put it in the screen when we start, so I can actually reset this. And then I want my sprite to be a little bit bigger. It's so small on the screen. I want to scale it up here. So it's super tiny. I can barely see it. There's a couple things that I can make my game window smaller and then scale up my window. I'm gonna actually just take my character here and I'm gonna scale up this sprite. We can do that in the transform. This is sort of where your position, rotation, and scale are. And I'm gonna go with 4. Ooh, that feels a little big. 3? Let's try 4. I think 4 is what I want. 4 would end up being 32 by 32. Let's go ahead and run this here. Yeah, so that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. I need to increase the size, the shape of my collision now. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down here. I want my character's feet to collide. I'm gonna make it so the character's arms don't collide. The character's body, and give it a little bit of space on the head there so you can move into things. We'll pull it down like this. We're almost there, that's right. If you want the collision shape to be, well, it'll still be visible when we run it. I didn't mean to move that inside there. Undo that. But now we have this character, we can see. You can adjust the window size in the project settings, absolutely. So now we have a character we can move around in our scene here. I want to add a little bit of an animation. When the character moves, I want the feet to move. I want the feet to move if the velocity is not 0, essentially. So in my character body 2D, this is like my player controller script. I want to do a little bit of an animation. If our velocity is not 0, I want to play this animation. I need a reference to this animation. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this a unique node. So I right click on my animated sprite here. I'm going to select access as a unique name. When I do that, it'll put this little % next to it. And this makes it really easy. You can add it into the script without doing this. But now if I hold down the control button and I drag this in, it creates a variable for us that we can actually use to reference it. Notice it put % animated sprite 2D. It's gonna go find the animated sprite 2D inside of the scene. And what I can do down here is set the animation to play if we are moving. So right now we have the input direction, we select our velocity this way. In addition, if we have input here, we're going to set, so if we're moving, if the player is moving, animated sprite 2D dot animation is equal to, and we can go look at the animation here. walk. So this is the name we want to take. We have walk and idle. Okay, so in here we're going to say set it to walk, and then animated sprite 2D dot play. We're going to turn on the walk animation and we're going to play it. If we are not moving, do an animated sprite 2D dot animation. It's going to be equal to idle. That's the name of this here. And we can technically play, even though there's no frames. We might end up adding an idle animation in here. So maybe the character bobs up and down. Maybe we'll go edit. We'll edit the sprite. We'll add in a bobbing animation to it. Okay. So now if we play, when I'm moving, my character sprite moves. If I'm not moving, I go to the idle animation. So pretty straightforward. There's a lot of steps there, but relatively straightforward to get that walking animation in. Vibing games, we did it. We did it, right? Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's next add in a little bit of a world that we can interact with. We want the player to be able to walk around in the world, interact with it. One way we could do this would be to create a bunch of different sprites and add them into our scene. So we could, this tile map here, we could do this. We could create a sprite 2D or an animated sprite, and we can say, okay, well, I have this tile map here. We're gonna put this texture in here, and then I could crop out these little tiny individual slices from this, and then we'd have to do this a bunch of times. That's really painful. That's really painful. There's a concept in game development, maybe not just game development, of what's called a tile map. A tile map is what we're gonna use. So I'm gonna get rid of this sprite. We're gonna add into our world a tile map like this. And the tile map lets us lay things out into the world in a nice way. To use a tile map, we need what's called a tile set. So when I created my tile map, if I go over to the inspector, we have this tile set option now. I'm gonna create a new tile set, and you'll notice we have this grid now. We have this grid that we can interact with. If I click over to tile set, we want to add in new tiles. So just like we did with the animation, there's sort of like, we have to set up the animation. Let's create a tile set. And this tile set's gonna come from this file here. Okay. And by default, it sort of creates tiles that are a little bit big. So if I go to paint these tiles in here, it paints them too big, right? Our tiles are actually 8 pixel by 8 pixel. So we need to come in here, notice down here in our tile set, it's set them to 16 by 16. We're just gonna change this to 8 by 8. I'm surprised, and then we gotta select, we basically have to turn all these on. I'm surprised it didn't automatically turn them all on for us. So we can just, is there an easier way to do this? Can I just tell it to select all of these? We're gonna turn these on here. So these are different things we can select to draw our scene. Okay, let me keep doing this here. There's probably an easier way to have it select all of these. I'm not sure. Is there Control A? Control A was not the right thing. But these can become our tiles that we're gonna be able to place into the world to make a nice, beautiful scene that we can interact with. So now if I come back to my tile map, I've made all these individual tiles here. I can select these individual tiles and I can draw them. You'll notice they're a little bit, well, I didn't want to create big tiles. I wanted to select each one of these as an individual tile, right? I suppose for these bigger ones, I can make them bigger tiles, so it'd select the whole thing, but that's just for bigger than 8 by 8. Yeah. So I wanted to be able to select these individual. We can do things like this though, where we select multiple things that puts them out. You'll notice they're not filling the space quite right. And I think the way to fix this is if I go down to, is it in layers? What do I do? Transform. I don't think it's quite this. I don't want to scale this. On my tile map, it's in the tile set. Click tile set. Oh, here. Thank you. I gotcha. So set this to 8 by 8. And now you'll notice that my character, I had to scale my character up. I'm going to scale these up as well. So now this, I believe 4 by 4 is the right scale for these. Is that right? Let's try drawing. Or is it just 2? It might just be 2. No, that's the size of my character. So we can actually come in here and we can draw this stuff. Didn't pick all the tiles. But see, we can add in stuff like this. We have this grass we can drop in here. This flowers. You'll notice my character's behind it though. Let me draw a nice, let's fill it. Let's start with a just nice green field. Green field like this. And then we can add a little bit of, we can sort of sprinkle some flower, some ground tiles in here like so. Look how beautiful it is. So beautiful. Nice and beautiful. You'll notice though my character is stuck behind these. We can't see my character, it's behind these now. There's also a feature to randomize the tiles. There is, Tani, there is a way to make it randomized here. So there's a couple things we could do to make it so our character shows up on top. We can change the player's Z index here. All right. In our tile map, we can also move these layers down. So I can set the Z index negative here. Why is that? I'm surprised we don't. Oh, there it is. I've just zoomed out. We couldn't see it. So I'm going to actually set my Z index on my layer down to -1. So as I add in new sprites into this, it's not so hard. But now we have our player. We can actually move around our scene. We have this nice, beautiful scene we can walk around in here. Isn't that nice? Isn't that pretty? Isn't it great? Isn't it grand? There we go. Got a nice little thing here. You'll notice my tile set is off on the edge a little bit. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's add in a little bit more to our tile map. All right. So I'm gonna make the world bigger. Let's make the world bigger. I don't want to erase what I already have there, but let's make our world a little bit bigger. Like this, and maybe we want to be able to explore this whole world. Maybe we want to be able to explore this whole world. Right now our character's trapped in this small little space on the screen. I want to make it, we're almost there. We want to be able to move off the screen here, right? So I want to make it so my player's camera will follow the player around the scene. Okay, so I want to make it so as the player moves around, the camera will move with the player. So really easy, simple way to do that is we're going to add in a camera 2D inside of the player. Notice that the camera 2D, I've put it inside of the character here. So now when my character moves, the camera moves with it. My character stays centered in the middle of the world. Check that out. So it begins. Go forth and make games, everybody. Do your best, learn something new, submit your project in here. All right, so we can make something really simple like this, okay, with our character moving around in the world. This is the first steps. This is how we get it in here. Maybe we want to add a collectible. Let's make something. -8 seconds. Tani, thank you for the picture. The game jam starts in -8 seconds. That's hilarious. Tani just posted this picture. That's so funny. All right, but the game jam has begun, folks. You have 2 weeks to make your game, submit it. Let's add in a collectible. Let's make it so we can pick something up. Do we have any collectibles in the sprite sheet? Maybe. It's like a little tiny tree. It's a little car. Ooh, can make it so you can get in a car and drive around. That would be fun. Instantaneous to that topic. Let's go. I have to go back in time. If you could turn back time. Phantom Fox, I'm so excited. I made a game where you can only pick up 1 item and carry it on your back. Oh, that's cool. Have like a little backpack that you carry things in. I like that. Let's, I'm not sure what to do, but let's just add in a little thing here that we're gonna make it so we can pick it up. So I wanna show you how we can collide with things, make it so when you bump into something, you can interact with it. So let's do that. I'm going to create a new node here. I'm going to call this a, we're making a node 2D. Okay, it's going to be our, like a coin. And I have a little sprite that I'm going to use for it already that I'm going to steal from our last project. Borrow from our last project. I don't want to spend too much time making it. Are mutually exclusive. Yes, can the most educational also win the most creative? You can only win, you cannot, yes, for most creative, that is true. You cannot win any of the other prizes together. So the raffle, if you win one of the big prizes, you can't win from the raffle. You're entered to win all the things when you opt in, but you can only win one of those. The creative is a separate one. So that one's like its own category. I only have one item slot over the next run. Yeah, I love that. Tetra. However you want to interpret it is up to you, right? Anything goes. It is really what it comes down to. Okay. Let's get in this project here. How do we opt into everything? When you submit, there's an opt-in checkbox you just select when you submit. Smab, let's go. All right, I'm liking the idea of locking every item slot but one. Ooh, I like that. A shoot 'em up where you shoot your item slots. I like that. Highlander, the only one item slot. Maybe by the end, it's like there can only be one, right? As you level up, you lose item slots, and at the end of the game, you have to so you start with all of these items that are helpful, and every level, you have to remove one item, and to beat the game, you have to get to where you only have one item slot left. So like, there's all these different ideas you can do. So you have a game where you have all these items. Getting through the level is really easy with the 5 different items, and every time every level, you have to choose one item. The one in the hero's inventory, yeah, something like that. Be creative with it. There's no real limitation on it. Let's go to learn you a Godot. In our assets here, I have this money sprite. This coin sprite I'm just gonna pull in here. Give me a second. Sprites. It's not gonna fit our style here, but I have this coin that we're gonna pull in and use. I'm gonna add that here. Okay, oh, it doesn't add it there. Let's add in a sprite 2D, just as a demonstrative purpose. I have this coin here. I'm gonna scale it down to be this like much smaller, like this. I just want to show how we can pick something up, create something that we can collect here. Okay, so I'm gonna put a coin out in the world, and when we bump into this object, we're gonna have the object disappear from the screen. Demonstration, yeah. Demonstrative purposes. All right, so in addition, so we have this node 2D, I call this a coin. It has a sprite 2D on it. Let's add in, Lance, thank you for the hat. Lance has been biding his time for the 3-hour cooldown. Thank you so much for the hat. I appreciate it. There we go. There it is. So we can add in an area 2D to this. Okay. And if we zoom in, make sure, let's actually reset the transform on these. These are all offset funny. I want my coin here to be the thing that I move. Okay, my area 2D. Remember, an area 2D, I need to give it a collision shape. And then we're gonna give it a rectangle here. All right, so this is, oh, let's make it a circle because we have a circle shape. We have a circle shape here. We're gonna bump into this thing. We wanna make it so when we enter this shape, when we touch this thing, we trigger it to be removed. Okay. So I'm gonna add a script to my coin here. It's gonna be our coin controller, like this. Coin controller. And our coin controller is going to react when something enters this shape. Something enters this shape here. So in my node, we're gonna look at signals. This is an event. It's gonna say my area 2D. So in my inspector here, I'm on my coin. I go down to area 2D. I select node, signals. This has a bunch of things that we can react to. These are like events. When this thing happens, I want to do something. And specifically when we enter the body enter, it's saying when something touches this, first enters it, we want to react. If I double click, I get this box to show up, and I'm going to say, well, my coin script, I want to be able to interact with this. I want there to something to happen when I bump into it. So on area 2D, body entered, print, touched, coin. All right, so we can put this here just to demonstrate it. My character moves, I enter the coin, I get touched coin. Each time I enter it, I get touched coin just when I enter. The very moment I enter, it's gonna run. And what we can do now, instead of print here, we can actually get rid of this object. So I'm gonna do Q free, and this is going to basically say, when possible, go and remove this from our scene. Let's run it to see. So now if I walk over, coin gets removed. We can even make it play a sound. Thank you, Wapo. Jones, welcome to the stream. We're listening to Stream Beats. So this is like royalty-free music we're listening to. So we can add this coin in here. If I want to add in multiple coins, I could duplicate this a bunch. That feels kind of painful. Now we have all of these things here we can interact with. And my scene kind of is getting a little bit cluttered. You'll notice I have all of these coins in here. It's a little bit painful to see all of them. What I really want to do is be able to just put individual coins in here kind of on my map. So I have this coin, here. I want to turn this into its own individual node that I can reuse. I'm gonna create a folder down here called node. I'm just gonna take my coin and I'm gonna drag it down here, and I'm gonna save this as a coin scene. So you'll notice now I don't have like the drop down, and this is actually its own individual thing that I can work on now. It has its own scene of behaviors. It lets me reuse it. If I make modifications to it, it'll modify all the places we're using it. One little thing I want to do here is actually reset the transform, so that way in my scene, so let me show you why. If I go to add another coin to my scene, notice how it's offset from where my mouse is, like this. That's because in my scene, it is offset there, and I can reset the transform by clicking this. I'll move it to the center. It's gonna update it at my main scene here. Now I can drag those back out independently. So I can click on these. I can move them around independently like that. Beegs, welcome in. Thank you so much for the hat. Let's get another hat added to this stack. Beegs, you excited? Did you see the theme? There can only be one inventory slot. I hope you're excited. We're doing a little demonstration here of Godot. For anyone who is new, we're building a little sample project that they can use to make a game. All right, so we have a coin here that we can pick up. So now we can add these coins in, and let's say I want to change something about the coin. Let's say, for example, I want to change the sprite that we're using. Maybe I want to change the sprite that we're using. Maybe I want to change the color of it. We can do a bunch of stuff. Let's get a different sprite here. Can you do one for Unreal as well? I wish. I know nothing of Unreal, but let's say we want to change this sprite here to be this. Notice in my main scene that updates all of those sprites because they share the same underlying scene. So this is really useful for defining objects that you're going to use more than once. It will create sort of what's called a pre-made, in Unity it'd be called prefab. In Godot, it's just a pre-made scene. Folks, if you're not following Beegs, Beegs an incredible entertainer, streamer, YouTuber, game developer, game maker, incredible human being. Give that heart a click, go follow him. He's gonna be learning Unreal during this game jam, and I'm so excited to see what he learns. So excited to see what you learn. Right, so now we have this thing here. We can go and interact with these. Okay, we can touch them like this. All right, so we pick them up. We can make it so, one thing I wanna do is I'm gonna add in a little bit of a score to my screen. So I wanna add in to the screen we can be able to see how many coins we've collected, how many things we've picked up. To do this, I'm going to start by creating a layer, a canvas layer. This is going to be a screen overlay. Before I make a canvas layer, let me show you real quick actually. Let's add in a label. I'm going to so that you understand, so that people can understand why I'm using a canvas. Let's add in a label here. And the label is going to say coins and then, you know, 0. By default, this is just going to sort of exist in our world space. So if I run this game, that text is on the screen down here. And really we want it to be connected to, it's in the game world, I mean. We want it to be connected to the screen. And so we can add what's called a canvas layer. And the canvas layer will put it in screen space. So if I put my label inside of the canvas layer, and let me reset the transform on, I don't have to reset it yet. I'm not sure if it'll show up in a good spot. You'll notice now it's always in that spot on the screen. So it doesn't move in with the game world. It's not in the game world, it's on the screen. We could connect it to the camera node too. This is sort of the traditional way to do it, is putting it on a canvas layer, because you could do what's in Unity you would call it like camera space. I think technically it's set up to connect to the main camera when you put it on a canvas layer. I'm not 100% sure. But let me go ahead and reset the position on this on my transform. This one has a lot of things, so I'm gonna actually come up to my filter properties here and I'm gonna search for transform, because it's sort of like hidden inside of this layout. All right, and then I can not that, I want position here to be reset, and it's gonna put it in the top left corner. It will resize with the window. So let's test that out. Oh, my game is actually not set. It doesn't move with the window actually. My window is actually currently set up. In my other game, I had my set up so my window would scale my game. It's not doing that though. Ooh, that's interesting. We have some slicing stuff going on here. So it doesn't resize with the window. You could make it resize with the window. So in my project settings, if I go down, it depends on what I want to do. If we do window, we can make it, what is it? Resizable mode, stretch, scale, keep, aspect, expand, mode, viewport, scaled. Can't remember exactly what I did. There's some options in here. Let's try that. Now you'll notice it sort of will scale with the screen. So depending on what your settings are, you can get it to act a little bit differently. Keep is what I wanted for my aspect. Yeah. Now the whole thing scales with it. So if I make it really big, it sort of zooms in on it like that. So it's up to you what you do. It'll scale it up that way. There's different settings. Depends on how you want the game to interact. Going through how the UI tools work in Godot. Hesitant if I should say the channel name. It's like 1.5, but shows you why you should have to take certain steps. Yeah, feel free to drop the link. Probably more useful would be to drop it in the resources channel on Discord. The position of labels, or generally everything control, always is in screen coordinates. If it's in a canvas layer, that's true. I think I need more hats. That guy Doru, you might have the power. You might have the power. But yeah, if you put it in the resources channel on Discord, that's probably the best place to put it, so then other people will have that resource. I want to increase my font size a little bit here. I'm going to make this be 24. Ooh, not 254, 24. 36. There we go. I want it to be out just a little bit, not cramped up in there. Coins. Yeah, coin. Okay. You have coin. Okay, so when I pick these up, I want to update this label. I want to have this label updated. I want to keep track of it. Doru, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on the stack. Let's go. Thank you for the hat.
Thank you for the hats. If does make sense for UI, or of course you don't want it to move when you move the character. Yeah, exactly. If you have coin, I have wares. Exactly. All right, so we pick up a coin. I need to update this label. So I need to get information into this text here. This text needs to update. There's, again, several ways I could do this. I'm going to use signals to do it. I'm going to use a signal to do it. And so my coin, when we collect the coin, I want to send a signal out to sort of a game resource, something that's going to track this information. Their games are pick the fourth one, bitch. You can interact with the menu, try to avoid it. Yes. All right, so I want to have, there's different ways I could do this, but I want to have, like, let's see, how do I want to do it? Do I want to do it as a resource, or do I want to do it as just another node in the scene? Right. So one way I might do it, so I might just create a node here. And this node, you'll notice it's not a node 2D. It's just going to have data associated with it. Have some data associated with it. And I could make this my player stats. Do player stats here. I'm going to add a script, player stats, like this. Player stats is going to have a variable coins. I'm going to make this an int. We start at 0 coins. We want to be able to update this value. So I'm going to write a function. Get set coins like this. And we're gonna increase or give coins. Add coins. And we're gonna have it to add. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna say coins is equal to coins plus to add. Okay. So it's gonna increase the number of coins we have. And then I need to have this label update. One way I could do this, and we're gonna refactor this. One way I could do is I could add in a reference to this label here. And then I could say label.text is equal to coins. And then plus turn the variable coins into a string. I could do it this way. Let's play around with how this will look here. Notice my code here. When we get a coin, we increase this like that. We need to make our coin now update add coins here somehow. We need this like concept to be able to access this player stats, but it's really hard to do because player stats isn't in this coin scene. It's not in this coin scene here. I want to have a signal. So one way I could do is when we collect a coin. Is this what I want to do? We need to send this out. I think I want to create a singleton or a resource. We need a way to access this here. And so if I come back to my main scene, what I want to have is I want to create a resource that's my player stats that I can access in many different places. And it'll have my coins, it'll have my layers, it'll have different things. So I'm gonna take my player stats. I'm gonna actually make this a node out here, like this. And I want to create what's called a singleton. This is an auto load. We're gonna auto load our player stats into the scene. All right, so I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna select my player stats. We're gonna have a thing called player stats. We're gonna add this in. And let me go ahead and show you what this does. I'm gonna delete player stats here. When I run my game, if I go into remote lets us see what's happening in the game while it's running. Okay, so if I come into remote here and I select my node,
have my character body here. And I go down to my transform. Oh, is there not a transform here? Just node 2D. Should be my character body. Node 2D. Notice this updates and shows me my player's position in the game while it's running. You'll notice this player stats is loaded by default. We've told it to automatically load player stats. Dances with Dirt, thank you so much for that link. I appreciate it. So now we have this player stat, which gives us the ability to reference. It has this variable player stats here. It's global variable. We can actually access this now in our coin. All right, so in our coin set on free, we'll do player stats dot add coins 1. We could do it this way, right? Player stats add coins 1. And I think we're gonna run into an issue here. Yeah. Now my player stats, check this out. My player stat says, well, I don't have access to this label. This label isn't sort of where it was when you added it in here, so we crash. There's different ways we can deal with this. Another way, we could rename this coin label. We could make this a unique name. We can make this a unique name. And in our player stats, now here we can reference this from the unique name, I believe. Let's try adding it in. Interesting, hang on. Coin label. I think we might be able to do this. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, we still can't do that. Okay. I had a feeling we wouldn't be able to. Yeah, we can't do that. Okay. What we need to do is we actually want to have our player stats. Remember when we used a signal to update the coin? We're gonna do a signal that our coin label can listen to. Yeah, so it doesn't quite work that way. So our coin, we can't reference this here this way because it's not available yet. What we want to do is that right? Yeah, our label, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this here. And instead, let's print coins so we can see the number of coins we have. All right, this is right. This is right. We're gonna do it with a signal, Michael. We're gonna do it with a signal just to show it working, though. If I come over and I collect this coin, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time I collect it, the coins are increasing. What I want to do is we're gonna create a signal here, and we're gonna call this coins changed. And we're gonna send out the variable in this signal. So before we had a signal that we used for the on body check here. Coins changed now. We're gonna connect this to our coin label. This label is gonna listen for changes and update itself. Okay, so I'm gonna add a label to my coins changed here. And anyone who listens to this will be able to access. So we're gonna add in a script here. Create a new script. It's gonna be our coins label. And we want to listen to our player stats dot on our coins changed dot connect. And then when we do this, update label. We need to create a function that takes in coins, and it's gonna update the text here. So we're going to connect to this signal update label. Whenever the coins change, we're going to call this function, and then we're going to hand off that value here, and it's going to update it. Dev Donut, the jam just started about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, it's going. I've seen other streamers do make sense. It says common strategy to create a master scene to share information to other scenes. That's another way you could do it. Let's try it now. Oh no! We didn't get it. I know why though. Anyone know why? We didn't ever send the signal. In our player stats here, when we add the coin, coins change.emit coins. We have to actually send this signal out saying the coins have changed. All right, so this will send anyone who's listening to this signal will get the value here. There we go, coins 1, coins 2, coins 3, coins 4. So we can set up these things to respond and interact to that. I'm listening to this signal. Thank you, Dances with Dirt. So this is a simple start to a game that you can make. We've added in a bit of animation. Let's add in some collisions as well. So we add in some collision to pick stuff up. It's just real quick. I want to demonstrate how you can also add in a structure to make it so that the player can't move through something. Let's do that real quick. Let's add in, let's say in our tile map here, we want to add in a building. So we're going to add in, or something that we can't get over walk through, something along those lines. Let's add in a structure like this. Be in draw mode. Okay. I want to make it so my player cannot walk through this. It's going to be a structure you cannot walk through. I think I'm going to use Unity for this jam, Dev Donut. We'll find out. I'm going to do 3D stuff. All right, so I can move through it. What I want to do is I want to make it so I can't move through the wall here. So to do this, I can go into my tile map and I can, it's not on tile set. I think it's just tile map specifically. And I want to add in a physics layer. I want this to respond to physical things. We're going to add an element here. We're going to set it up so that it has a basic collision to it. Okay. And now when I select my different tiles in my tile set, is this right? Must be my tile map. Go to my tile map. Hang on. Why can't I remember how to get here? Physics layer. Tile shape. We have a physics layer. I thought this would add in terrains tab. Oh, thank you. I was missing it. It's right here. Michael, thank you so much. Terrains can come over here now. Is that right? Not this. I might have to go look at the tutorial again for myself. Why don't I have anything here? Pretty sure it's... No, I don't need that. Clear. I thought it would show up on my tiles once I added that in. All right, let's go look at the Godot tutorial real quick. Godot tile map physics layer. To add a physics layer, add element physics layer to create a collision box for your individual tile map physics layer and add element. Tile map. I see no physics layer. I really thought there was going to be a physics layer here.
It's on tile set. There isn't a physics layer here either. Luna, welcome back. Paint, thank you. Select a property. Here we go. Physics layer 0. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Super helpful. Okay. So we actually don't want many of these to have this, so we can remove them. I'm curious what's the default. I want to remove all of them by default. I wonder how shading would work for 2D stuff. Congratulations on number 4 to 43, Luna. Deb Donut, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this head. Let's get another hat. Go with the wizard hat. Thank you for the hat. Let's make the room a little bit bigger here. Jeez. There we go. Thank you. One of these days, Dances with Dirt. One day. One day. Can I make it so the default... So each one of these now has a collision box on it. I think we're at way more than 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's another one in here that I missed. 8, 9. We have 9 hats right now. You got one of those standing desks? Yeah, I am in a standing desk. I do have a seat. I do have a chair here that I sit in sometimes. I can manually go through. I want to... Let's make this take up the... Can I make this take up the whole screen? Toggle grid snap. I want none of the. I want none of these. I don't want to have to go through and edit all of these to remove the tile, the physics layer on it. Lunar Wolf, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat added to the stack. With the bonus hat, we got one. All right, here we go. One hat. One hat. We got 2 hats. We got 3 hats. Thank you for the hat redeems. Thank you for the hat redeems. Got a hat riot. Okay. I thought there'd be a nice way to clear out these. Yeah, but I want to clear them. Here's the problem. I want to clear these out. Yeah, see how it's adding it to all of them? I don't want it. I want to clear them out, and that's why I was looking for like an easy way to clear them here. All right, there we go. But we can add it in here to these ones on the outside. Let's make it so these ones on the outside have it. And what I want to really do is I really just want it to be just this outer wall that has it. So we could do it this way. I just didn't like, I was wondering how to delete it off of an individual tile that I'd clicked on previously. Oh, right click to clear. Thank you, Smab. Now I know. Okay. And now this one should actually be the delete. We'll move this up here like that. Set those. This one here, we want to be this shape. Oh, you draw your shape first and then do that. Interesting. Good to know. Put this one on that shape there. And then we'll go down to this bottom right one. And we can kind of see the shape, the collision as we're adding in here. We need a hat totem. Dev Donut. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we have the collision on that one. Add in this one here. Smab, I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. You're almost there, vibing. I don't know if I'll be streaming in that much time. We're gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon. All right. Sorry if I burst your bubble there. We'll be wrapping up here once we have this added in. I really am a fan. The tile maps are great. So now on our tile map, you'll notice we have this collision on the walls here. And the collision on the walls.
So our character now cannot move through the wall. Cannot move through the wall. We could. So since it's just that outside wall, the whole reason I did the outside wall there was so that way I might be able to do a structure. So if I go ahead and draw my tile map here, I might do a structure like this, where we have some walls where we can move around inside of them. I need to get the corners and stuff better. There's some things you can do with the corners, I believe. Yeah, so we have like these little ones, the corners that we could put in. Maybe it's not designed that way, but we could make it so you could potentially come inside the wall like this. Let's remove those, replace them with grass. So now our player could actually walk around and get inside. So our player could actually walk inside this area here. Drawing the tile map is really easy to add new things to a scene. That's the real benefit, is I can just come in here and be like, oh well, let's add in a path. Let's change the way this looks in here. Put a little crosswalk here. Let's add in a car here. Let's add in a building here. Yeah, so that's the real benefit of the tile map, is making it really easy. Let's add a building. Boom, got a whole building there for you. Right, so that is the real benefit of the tile map, is drawing your maps. It makes it really easy to add the map in there. So that's the basics here. Just under 2 hours, we're able to slap that together. There's so much more you can do with it. I'm going to save this project. I'm going to go ahead and publish. I'm going to zip this up so anyone can use it. I'm going to put it up on GitHub. Send a link out to it. How did you resize your canvas on Sprite? I can show you that real quick. In Sprite, I went to Sprite canvas size, and then you can resize it there. So it's Sprite canvas size, or just C to do it. Yeah, so but that doesn't explain why it is C, Dev Donut. Yeah, so it is C, but where does that information come from? Do you just have to magically know it? It comes from this menu here, and then it's a hotkey, and you can actually change that hotkey to other stuff. But yes, C. But how pressing C is not necessarily intuitive in my mind. All right, so we have this here. I'm gonna zip this up. I'm gonna post it. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. If you want to use this as your base project, you're welcome to do so. C for Cookie. C for Cookie. Let's find someone to raid out to, folks. Find someone to raid out to. Ridge Raider with the hat. Get another hat added to this stack. Thank you so much for the hat. Let's secure it. Secure it on here. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. I hope you're doing well. Ridge Raider, if you haven't heard, Captain Coder's new game jam just started, just launched. Plenty of time to get into Beliar with another hat. Beliar with another hat. Let's get another hat added to this stack. Get our roar beanie. But I'm full since I just got dinner. The game jam starts. What is going on? Why is it doing this? Oh, there it goes. Okay. 13 days to submit a project, plenty of time. Folks, you joined the game jam. Nice to see your stream. Thank you for the great information. Firgan, I'm so glad you came. If you have any questions, folks, join the Discord. Use the Ask Questions channel. There's a game jam channel. Join a team. Learn something new. Share what you learned. I'm so excited. There can only be one inventory slot. I'm going to be doing some brainstorming myself. For this. My plan is to learn Blender. I will, I'm not sure I'll be back tomorrow because I'm going to be out late tonight. But I'll probably be back tomorrow in the day, not my usual time, promoting Game Jam, also learning Blender. But we'll be back on Friday for sure. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be back for sure. So I hope to see you there. Let's find someone to raid out to. We got some options here. We haven't done Shano 4D. Let's give a shout out at least to Shano. Sean O is an incredible Unity developer. He's going to be learning Godot for this game jam. So
If you want to watch someone learning Godot who's an incredible game developer who's learning Godot for the first time, be sure to give him some love. My little box video, I didn't distron, but we can show it next time. Remind me. I'd love to show it off. Justin helps. It does Godot stuff. Magatron, working on a Tron overlay. Do Godot official. Where are I subscribed? Are you sure they're on? They're not showing up here for me. They're online. Godot Engine official. I should be subscribed to them or following them. Okay, sweet. Let's do it. Why aren't they showing up here? Oh, or maybe I just missed it. Quiet you. They changed. It's for Pride. They changed this, I think, which is awesome. All right, we're gonna raid Godot Engine official. Raid Godot Engine official. When we get there, happy Wednesday. Captain Coder wants you to learn you a game jam. Copy paste that if you would. I'd love to see it over there when we're getting out for that raid. Thank you everybody for joining me on this beautiful day. Good luck in the game jam. Remember to keep coding, keep growing. Be sure you click that join raid button. We'll see you over there at Godot Engine official, folks. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will be back Friday for sure. Join the Discord, have fun, blah 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 blah, self promotion. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.